Does this music count as disco, though? I don't actually know. I'm not great with music terminology. Because there's way too many genres, and like, I can't remember which ones count as which. I'm way too out of it for that. Yeah, let me check. Like, double check to see the stream is working. Looks like it is. Let's go into Best Bud's Best Guest. Because, you know, I love my friends. I want my guests. Oh, we're back in the alley. Ooh, the grimy alley. The motorcycle slows as it enters the alley, having lost its mad pursuers. Oh yeah, last time we left off, Matilda was being chased by Manus Vindicte cult, because she's just not very good at hiding. She's just a little goober. She's just a little funny goober.
Jay, where did you get this chick? I hope you aren't looking for a babysitter.
Hey, Jay, you say hi to Pioneer for me. Those heels he recommended helped me land a big role.
Hey, Mr. G, right? It's me, Brian. I've been looking for you. All thanks to you and that badge you got me, they finally gave me a room down at the shelter. They even offered me some dishwashing work tomorrow.
Brian the Beggar. Oh, that's not a good name to be given.
No more
Sir,
sleeping in
comma,
tents
the
around the
beggar.
Bless you, Mr. G. I owe you my life.
Jay stops his bike, reaching out to grip Brian's hand. My name is Jay, you dumb fuck.
Brian, weren't you the one that helped me get that girl's number? You help me, I help you. That's the deal.
From the distance, a man leading a critter approaches.
Hey, if it isn't my favorite customer, Jay, I got the latest edition of Motor Babe. You interested?
I got the latest edition of Motor Babe.
I swear they're not pirated.
Ah, come on. We don't care about if things are pirated. Unless that's in a wink wink nudge nudge, they're definitely pirated kind of way. Jay offers a warm smile as a reply before kicking up the stand and twisting the throttle on his bike.
See you guys.
See ya, guys. I gotta...
Hey, I'm talking to you, Jay. Want it or not?
I mean, by the fact that you're speeding away, I can assume you don't. But, like, I'm not gonna say it as a definitive no.
Isn't that man calling you?
What are you saying? Sorry, this kitten here purrs pretty loud.
Yes, I can fucking
This thing you
tell.
have behind your back? Is it not troublesome? Why do you take it with you?
And Matilda's voice is so fucking funny to me. Like, she is just inherently comedy because of how silly her voice sounds.
Oh, my dad gave it to me. Carried it around for years.
What is it?
What
Hold on tight. We're
is
almost there.
it? That does not answer my question. Counter. Items are strewn on the table as those present stroke their chin, pondering over them.
Here's everything that was in that bell-ringer guy's pockets. Think I got everything. Except anything that he was wearing under that getup. But there ain't enough money in the world to get me to rifle through some shit-stained cultist undies.
Don't say that. Times get pretty rough.
Hey! Hollick, what was that for?
Sorry, kiddo. Jay said I gotta knock you on the head anytime you cuss.
Exactly, Hollick. We gotta teach this potty mouth some manners. Especially when there's a lady present.
Ah, come on. No one gives a shit.
Well, seems I have you to thank, Miss Buanish. Years of wasted effort trying to cultivate gentlemen out of these cads, and you manage it in hours.
The girl nearby is fiddling with a complicated device, unfazed by their commotion.
SPFI portable contact device activated. Welcome. Verification success.
Yo, they got a little sprite of her.
Access level B.
B.
It worked! I have a higher rank now. I won't be making the same mistake twice.
Emergency support. Apologies, as there have been no abnormal arcane fluctuations detected. The emergency support team is currently occupied.
The fuck? Sorry, emergency support, and they're cut off. Whoops.
Please provide further details so that we can evaluate the necessity of emergency assistance. Message report will be arranged in order of priority.
I knew I should have applied for an expansion to our team. They will be of no help at all. I will have to send my entire team back just to deliver my report to the Foundation.
I will have to send my entire team back just to deliver my report to the Foundation. Why can't you just send one person back? Are the no-names that incompetent? It's like, no, you need at least like 5 of them in order to get a message delivered. You see, they don't have unique character models. They can't do anything.
So we must count on them to bring support back.
Oh yeah? Support? You want to be a part of this, French fry? You finally taking an interest in all of this?
I do not know what you are talking about. I do love that she's called French fry. It's so funny.
It's a central part of our mission. The Foundation will deal with this without letting nosy civilians like you get involved. If you must insist on helping us, I suggest you provide what information you know, and then I, Special Investigator Matilda Buanish, will solve the problem and save the day.
But Matilda, you're a comedy relief goober character. You don't get to save the day. She reaches out to the key on the table, but a long hand covers it before she can grab it.
Yeah, not going to do that. There isn't one of us here on Hate Street that would stand aside while someone else saves us.
Does his necktie, does his like handkerchief say piss? Like, I'm not the only one seeing that, right? It looks like a P, an I, an S, and an S. Like, what if his handkerchief just said piss?
You want to get a clue about this place? Then the first thing you gotta know is that we deal with our own problems.
He makes no move to remove his hand, staring at her intently. I do not care.
This would defy regulations. I would need to file for a special approval.
We would need you to sign more forms. No more fucking forms! But you didn't sign the first forms! You need to sign the fucking forms! And then you just get in an argument about that stupid ass forms for a while.
Well, you can have the key, little investigator Boanich, since you're so dedicated to your job. Whether you get your special approval or not, we're going to be the ones to take down those bastards. It's not about vengeance, it's that the people here, they'll never trust someone to do this for us. We have to do it ourselves. Judges, police, your foundation. One rat's nest after another promised to bring us change and then left us to the wolves.
That do be how foundations work.
Worse than rats. At least they know how life here really works. At least they see us. At least rats don't claim to be our saviors.
Rats are just chill. No problem with them. They're just hanging out. He withdraws his hand and allows her to take the key. Ah, shit. That opens the lock. I didn't know that.
We can only trust someone who's been through the trenches with us.
The key feels heavy in her hand, as if something weighty were attached to it. Like a second key.
Thank you, Jay. This must be the key to Manus's Elysium.
Mercuria, would you?
Would you? Mercuria just picks it up and sniffs it. No, this is the key to their house. And just throws it on the ground.
Yeah. This will be the key to wherever their hideout is. A place of dark revelry. They've kept it a close secret. But I've seen those that have come back from that place. They're transformed into something unnatural. Their flesh and their spirit, it wasn't their own anymore. Big shot businessmen groveling and sobbing at the feet of their apostle. And the most loving mother I know, she abandoned her kid by a dumpster.
It's almost like taking this deal isn't actually a good idea, and instead you're basically just killing yourself.
It's like they're gone. They aren't them anymore. They're possessed. Until one day, they just vanish, never to be seen again.
She shakes her head. SMH my head.
Find this gate and flush out their nest of vipers before they can open it once more. Otherwise, our mission here and your chance to avenge your friends will fail.
She bursts up from her seat. Oh no. The thing froze. Uh-oh. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, there it goes. Encoding overloaded. Nice. Oh, no. There it goes. Once again. Well, it didn't crash, per se, at least. The game crashed, but not, like, the computer. That's something, at least. Alright, let's open you back up. Hopefully it doesn't take too long for me to get back where I was. Nope, come on, over here. Gotta get everything back to where it was.
Welcome. There's no need to knock. I saw you, Suzumiya, at
The door. Thank you, Kakanya. I love her. Look at her. She's so fucking cute. She's the cutest little bean. Now let's see how long I have to mash the button until I can get to the point we were at. I don't think there's a way to speed it up properly.
Oh, come on. See you, guy. What? Oh,
What?
hold on.
Competitive mouse clicking. What did it say?
Hey, Holic, what was...
Sorry, kiddo. Jake.
Exactly, Holic.
Make good
Well,
use of this umbrella.
SP verification.
That's cute. That's a cute little thing to have show up when you click. I didn't notice that before.
They would, so we must.
Oh yeah? You want to be a part of this, friend?
This is, if you must insist on.
Click, 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 click.
There isn't one of. You want to get a clue about this place?
This would.
Well, whether you get,
This
we're going to
would
be. It's not about
defy
vent judges. Nah, at least they see
regulation.
us. We can only trust some.
you, Jay. This must
Jay?
be the key to manage.
That line sounded weirdly off.
Yeah.
Alright, we're almost back to where we were.
We can till one day.
So, we must find this gate, and otherwise, our mission here.
She bursts up from her seat before falling back down. Just immediately. Oh no, where did I go?
That ceremony of theirs is set for the day after tomorrow. They're planning something big. Bigger than anything they've thrown at us before.
I've disappeared. No. Why must technical issues always befall me? I am back. Huzzah. 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 Yo, look at this bitch. She gay. The day after tomorrow, they're planning something big. The boy raises his hand, eager to answer.
Yeah, I heard that big guy mumbling stuff like, the last revelation or something. Kinda weird seeing a big dude crying like that.
Alright, Fuyuhiko. Yeah, right.
This is the last time Manus plan on opening the door to their Elysium?
Oh yeah, before we go back in time again. Like, whoop, whoop. Everyone knows what is implied.
They will be gone. Perhaps for good. Jay, you got a lot of friends there still. What'll you do when they point their knives at you?
Well, shoot 'em.
How do we keep their sacrificial lambs from leaping off the cliff?
He does not shy away from his answer.
Not my business to save someone who doesn't want to be saved. Never even really thought of saving everyone. Not in a long while. It's not worth the pain.
Yeah. Like, look, they fucking killed themselves. I can't do anything about it. While the answer weighs heavily on the others, it brings her some relief. Born out of truth, if nothing else.
I see.
The girl from the Foundation pipes up.
Unfortunately, I cannot disagree this time. Still, we have
Even though I really want to disagree.
support is on the way, so until then, we must stay below their attention. I'm thinking that maybe we may try collecting more information by infiltrating their followers. Perhaps then we will have a better chance to find this gate of theirs.
She supports her chin as she stares out, strategizing in her mind.
Sure, Tildy. Tomorrow I'll show you around the New Age market. You can meet some of my friends. Figure out how to fit in.
The way she said Tildy was so cute. That was adorable.
But maybe a change of outfit first. Who knows who might recognize you?
Yeah, it makes sense. Shouldn't be going around in fucking Foundation gear, probably.
And the St. Pavlov Foundation is not the most welcome organization around here.
We kind of think you're a bunch of nerds. And you know what we do to nerds?
That's Gio. We might collect some further information from him.
Gio? I don't know who you mean.
What are you talking about? Her voice is sincere.
But do you not remember? It was just as I arrived. You had a visitor, and you called him Gio.
You were talking to him right there.
That cannot be. Jay, you saw him, yes?
He meets her eyes with a blank expression.
The only thing I remember is some weirdo investigator poking her head into this tent.
Matilda stammers in bewilderment at their answers. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh no, I knew this would happen eventually. Matilda's going senile. We all knew this was an inevitability. A warning at dinner. Go fetch pet. Yeah. So that's showing some oddities right there. With the Macuria. What if there's multiple Macuria? As in, like, one of them's an imposter.
And our blasphemers eliminated.
Blasphemous.
You have proven your unwavering devotion. Roger, the Green Chair. Maya, the Petty Plague. And our human brother, Legers the Dead. Welcome to the Hall of the Sufferer.
Roger the Green Chair? A bundled person wrapped in a red-stained cloth writhes in a cage, giving out vague, muffled sobs. The apostate steps into the shadows, gently caressing the body.
Rude to disturb our precious feast.
Shut the fuck up, person we're torturing. That's rude. The bundle quiets at the touch, though the trembling continues, causing the binds to clink and chaff.
Well. Remain silent.
He withdraws from the cage and places his hands on Roger the Green Chair.
Brothers and sisters, our arcanist siblings, and your bountiful offerings gathered have greatly enriched the coming ceremony of the Sufferer.
I keep knocking into my desk by accident.
We rejoice to see such devotion from the faithful. Yet we are troubled by the sorrow and abomination now filling the world.
I wonder who could have caused that sorrow. Certainly not us, the Nazi cult.
Yesterday,
we would never.
2 intruders broke the ritual of revelation and stole from us the key to the gates of Elysium. The precious gift of Elysium granted by the Sufferer before their agonizing sacrifice has been blocked from us. You should have kept the secret of the key.
You should have kept the secret of the key. A prolonged silence follows.
Let me use my green chair to grill this shameful rat. I'll make him talk, spill the secrets he hid, and present his flesh to you as an offering.
But Roger, you are the Green Chair.
Well, well, Roger. Such a caring brother. Your offering is appreciated. Yet our siblings have already torn his chest apart, and still no secrets. Just another careless fallen brother.
I wonder why the world could be in misery. It's so weird.
Warning. The ceremony for the Sufferer draws near. I would keep a close watch on every one of our flock. Let not one among you linger alone, nor be held above suspicion. And the bell ringer.
Treat everyone as the bad
guy. Tell me, which one of you would bestow on him our final mercy?
He fidgets with the key of the cage purposefully. What did I tell you about being loud? Ledger stands, breaking his silence. The cage door opens, the trembling lump falls to the ground and wriggles like a worm. Whistle. 2 shadowy creatures descend the wall from above like with predatory motions.
Eat your fill, children, until it's done. Not a single stain left to offend our apostle.
The drooling critters tear at the wrappings, dragging the body across the floor, leaving a trail of their blood. They deliver a heart-rending howl before disappearing back into the darkness with their feast. Good for them.
Our thanks, Brother Legers. All, be seated and enjoy the feast.
We eat human here. Don't be concerned about that. The banquet ends, and the remaining guests have now dispersed.
You may be just a recent convert. Still, you have more than proven your devotion with your zealous contributions. But my child, something still blinds you, fetters you. That which deprived you of your control of the New Age market? A thing that threatens to hobble our fast approaching ceremony. Trespassers from the St. Pavlov Foundation, treading across our sacred sanctuaries as if they were their gardens. This failing of yours could reflect poorly in our esteem for you.
What are you on about? Oh, people we don't like were there coincidentally, and that's your fault now. I'm like, oh, okay.
The coming of the ceremony cannot be delayed, and we will soon run out of patience. Retrieve the key.
The key.
My word is my bond. I will find it.
Oh man, and they knew they only had one key. You just destroy it. Just fuck with them, you know? Just really piss them off. The apostle wipes the corner of his mouth with a handkerchief.
All is now prepared, but we still seek the one who will lead us through the ritual. A child overflowing with pneuma. Yet not a single soul now among our flock is qualified.
We keep killing all the children by accident. I mean, we should at least keep one alive, but God, we just love killing kids.
We must seek the one who will guide the faithful on the transcendental path, to forsake the world and become one with the sufferer. I'm sure you understand what is expected of you. Speak to no one about this sacred mission. Find the one worthy of our ceremony for us and for yourself, Legers.
Legers. I feel like they've pronounced that guy's name like 4 different ways. Snake in the grass. Oh. It seems to be that they're splitting these up more, which is nice. It was kind of annoying for them to be so long before, because if for any reason you got cut off, then you'd have to restart it from the beginning. So it's good to have them split up a bit. Don't you wish that you were just a snake in the grass? A creepy little sneaky little snake in the grass.
So this lovely young lady is family all the way from France, Mercuria? Well, let me be her guide to the wonders of America. Look at her pretty outfit. Add some crystal earring and a stylish one. I bet she'll be knockout, am I right?
She'll be knockout? I feel like that's not the phrase, but alright.
I appreciate your hospitality, madame, but I have a very important mission. A shopping mission. So much shopping to do. So, nice to meet you, Miss Cooper.
She's such a goober. How can she exist to be nothing but a goober? Is it because France isn't a real language? Don't worry, I'm allowed to say that because I speak English, which is also a fake language.
Now let go of the poor girl, Cooper. It's time I show her some real treasures. I'm sure they're much more suited to her than your old trash.
Wow, okay, McKenna. I'm rude. Also, you get to have eyes? That's crazy.
Oh, and
Not everyone gets to have
the
eyes.
Merchant of Eternity says she'll soon come to the New Age market, and she's bringing her stock of treasures. It's gonna draw in the crowds.
Ah, give it up, Mike.
See, Cooper
There's
done
no
got
way
eyes.
Eternity will like that old junk.
The two vendors square up. They start beating the shit out of each other.
Will you two ever just fess up and admit you're friends?
That's a lame way to say that they're lovers, but okay. The two gawk at her words, looking at each other before falling into embarrassed silence.
Fine, fine, Mercuria. You don't have to poke fun. Just let us know how we can help you.
She responds with a greedy sort of look, as if opening up her purse strings.
A door. We're looking for a door or a gate. The one you mentioned before.
She chokes out her next words.
Door? Sorry, I need time to recall it. Hey, why don't you show Ms. Bonish around and I'll stay here to gather my memories. I'm not going anywhere.
They turn their back for 0.5 seconds and she's running away, just booking it. Absolutely gone.
I'm still trying to rack my brain, and this old thing can only manage one thing at a time.
I'm not being threatened with a gun. It is an unconvincing excuse, but the moment gives Mercury a pause to examine her surroundings. Books, tools, daily necessities, all the various states of being packed away.
Is this your luggage? You're packing up?
You're gonna run away the second I turn around, aren't you? What? No.
Yeah. We're leaving this place. Before the wackos hold their ceremony, if we're lucky. When we came here, it was to find some safe place away from these people and their conflicts. But now they've followed us here as well.
You know what? That's fair.
And we've already lost too many friends.
All to the horrific acts of cult ceremonies. They just kill so many people. It's real weird. Her head falls low and limp.
I suggest you follow us out before whatever is going to happen here happens.
But is this not where you made your living? Can you so easily walk away?
Well, we're not gonna make a living here if we're gonna be making a dying instead. Anyway, we need to fucking run.
Hate Street would be just as stubborn as Jay. But I think it's a wise choice.
Wise? Huh.
She repeats the word as if insulting
Don't
herself.
make me laugh. Hate Street, New Age Market. None of this is ours, really. Even the clothes on our back. All we own are the footprints we leave behind, until they're washed away by the tides of time.
I mean, to be fair, most of this land is stolen anyway, so...
We live our lives on the fringes of a world that is not kind to us. We're used to it, fighting for every street. It's not worth it.
But your friends...
Bang! And it slams the suitcase
Maybe you want
stuff.
to stop nosing around where you don't belong.
Maybe you should shut the fuck up. I'm sorry, she's stupid. She gently tugs Matilda to her side.
Come on. We should get going. Maisha's got things to do.
Maish. But I am incapable of shutting up. My favorite activity is yapping. Until they disappear within the mine.
You've had a hard enough time convincing yourself of what you have to do.
She sits down to comfort.
Let's just focus on what's next. Nothing more.
What's keeping Miss Mercuria? There were only a few unexpected patrons. She should have already returned.
You've been abandoned, don't you know? She walks towards Mercuria's tent, where 3 shadows linger conspicuously in the firelight.
Wait, Miss Matilda.
Oh, are you looking for Mercuria?
Mercuria? Shh. The peddler is pale with anxiety.
I'm looking for you. I have to admit something, Miss Boanish. I lied to you about the gate. But I have to protect my friends.
What do you mean? Why do you feel you have to lie?
Why do you think, dipshit? She's just like really open about it. Like, obviously they're threatening to kill him. What do you mean? The woman shakes her head ruefully.
Because I wanted to give this to you in private. I know you're from the Foundation, and I think I can trust you. I know Mercuria better than anyone. If she knows the information I have, she will risk everything to help her friends.
I know you're from the Foundation. You smell like snob. But that is just what every French woman smells like. Oh, really? Well, I guessed correctly then. It's fine. Just... She hesitates over her next words.
So please, don't tell her this. Don't put her in danger.
I do not think I can make this decision for you.
I get your concern, but she's my friend. I don't want to put her on a dangerous path.
Ah, but you see, she is always on a dangerous path.
So?
She's a fucking fortune teller. She leans closer still. Whispers mingle with the wind, barely audible. Wait. Quick and light steps approach Mercuria's tent.
There's 3 guys in that tent. I knew the boss was here. But who's the 3rd dude? Pollock? I heard he was in the market collecting information.
His hand was only just lifted the curtain when he feels the weight of a tall figure behind him.
Why are you here?
Oh.
You're that big guy. Lecher's lackey.
Hey, who the hell are you? Ah, it's a good thing Geo keeps getting to make appearances. Who else would I give this fucking accent to? Hey! Geo turns back, afraid of being seen. The boy, now facing away from the tent, stares at the man with cold calculation. He reaches into his pocket to a waiting knife, ready for action. But the boy fails to notice a hand reaching out from behind the curtain. Oh, what the fuck, Cat Eye? I thought your eyes were supposed to be good. Oh, we're back at the disco. Even though this is like 20 years late. The night outside is kept at bay by the soft glow of lights from the dance floor. People press close to each other, exchanging suggestive glances, arms entangled and swaying. Amid the intoxicating scene, the small girl at the bar is noticeably out of place.
Oh, que devrais-je faire? Si je dis à Jay à propos de la clé de la porte, alors Madame Mercuria le saura bientôt aussi.
Oh no, she's speaking French again. I can't understand you when you go French. Although keep doing it, it's very cute.
Selon le manuel de l'investigateur, attendre le soutien est l'action la plus sûre. Oh, mais si la situation continue à s'aggraver, d'autres civils pourraient être impliqués.
More civilians might be involved, you say? Well, you can't spell civilian without villain, so...
Peut-être devrais-je alors laisser Madame Mercuria se joindre à nous, non? Oh, où est passé Jay? Il n'est pas revenu.
Où est passé Jay?
Oh, cet homme n'a aucun sens. Madame Mercuria montera bientôt sur scène. Je dois décider avant qu'elle y aille.
We'll go on stage soon. She leans on the table, adrift in her own mind, rocking a small cup back and forth with her hands.
Miss Buanish, it seems as though you're having a bit of trouble selecting between putting your money in stocks or real estate. Why don't you take this cup of hot chocolate to smooth out your furrowed brow? You're too young to have such a serious face.
No, I come from the future. I know what to put my stocks into. Not real estate. Not... That shit's gonna go real bad real quick. Oh wait, I'm not... We haven't got to that point in history yet. We didn't quite get to that point in history before the reverse started happening. He adjusts his tie performatively.
You know, besides my modeling career, I'm also a professional investment and costume advisor, and the success of my friends is my best advertisement. Feel free to reach out for a consult if you're interested in making your money make money.
Thank you. Actually, I do have a problem that, as you say, relates to money. It seems I have now 2 bags of gold in a cave, surprisingly heavy, and no one person could take both of them out alone.
You're making this into a math problem? You see, John has 7 apples, but he cannot eat all 7 apples. That is too many apples. So, he wants to give them to a friend, Jim.
However,
Goes off on this wild tangent.
dragon devouring the gold. The longer I am hesitant, the more it eats and the less I can take. But I don't want my friend to risk their life for it. What am I talking about? Please forget it. Forget everything.
This is a stupid analogy. Ah, fuck. Matilda lowers her lips back to the cup, sipping her hot cocoa. Her advisor lifts her chin.
Am I right to infer that these 2 bags of gold don't properly belong to you?
Well, nothing belongs to anyone, really.
If your friend decides to go with you, then you should respect them in their decision. They want to take on that risk with you. I admit, I've offered some poor advice since I first awakened. My suggestions at times have lost a gambler his home, but they also helped a father win back his wife and children. Surprisingly enough, they were the very same man.
But you know what they say, 99% of gamblers quit before hitting it big. And that's just what you gotta live by.
Advice as I have, you realize that our words can't really change another person's fate. That's why I love watching window shoppers, the ragged folk that can't make it in, because they have the light of life in their eyes.
I love watching the poors be in dismay that they can't get what they want. It's very fun.
Penniless as they are, I know that one day, some of them will return and take the clothes that they only dreamed of wearing before.
And most of the others will have died before then, or giving up all hope.
To point it out to them when the day finally comes and say, it's been waiting there for you.
Well, that is easy for you to say. You are not an animate object. The music stops. Oh no. A hand pulls aside the glittering curtain. People seem entranced, their eyes following her every move. Mercuria steps barefoot onto the stage, her arms raised like wings beneath the lights, motionless.
The performance is about to begin.
Oh, thank you. I could tell by the fact that the text was moving on its own. At first, one note collides with another, battling, seeing who can note better. Then the music riles like a crashing wave, enveloping everyone in its vibration. Yet no one sways or jeers as it washes over them. People simply stare and see the text fly by. Those drinking from their glasses and mugs pause mid-air. From the arcade, slack-jawed boys usher a bucket. She flourishes her arms, stretching them up towards the light, like a hopeful seed emerging from the soil, until she reaches a sensual peak, and the music stops at a cut. Ooh, pretty. Clap, 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 clap. What am I doing here? The applause rises up over the room, reaching a crescendo until falling silent.
I do not understand. She is not dancing with the rhythm, and her movements, they are so bizarre.
Miss Boanish, do you happen to know the meaning of the word ecstasy? It originates from the Greek word ekstasis, meaning standing outside or transcending oneself.
It's what happens when you take a fuck ton of drugs. Like the good shit, too. Are you sober here? Like, what? Of course I am sober. Oh, that makes sense. Everyone else here is fucking blasted.
People have been controlled by the commercials, slot machines, arcades for so long that they've lost sight of themselves. Souls too long constrained become rebellious, seeking something real outside the boundaries of convention and the illusions of flash and neon. So, they gather here for a dance that is free from the limits of rhythm and timing. She understands the heavy burden of time. But she also understands that she doesn't decide the fate of others. Like me, she provides another option. But in the end, we can only make decisions for ourselves. Her dance offers to break them away from the reality of time and the weight of decision, even for just one song.
It's a good thing this doesn't, like, fit thematically with a grander overall theme of the game or anything. That would be wild. Can you imagine if, like, our entire world was dictated by time more than ever before in a way that, like, fucks up the environment irrefutably and irreparably? And Matilda's just, like, sweating, like, grabbing the table, clutching it in her palm. Yes, that would be weird. The dancer, who has been on tiptoe, lowers her heels to the ground. She bows before making her exit. The dance floor regains its excitement. Its restless souls returning to the embrace of the night's pleasure.
I see. Then I must tell her. Thank you, Monsieur Pioneer.
Tap, 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 tap. Her footsteps are light and quick. Tap, 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 tap.
Ah, elle est tellement pressée. Mais pourquoi ne se dirige-t-elle pas vers le salon? Je dois la rattraper.
No, Matilda, you're going to find out about her secret life. As in her imposter and or twin. Whittle! The girl doubled over to catch her breath, spots a familiar hulking silhouette in the distance. But it only leaves her more bewildered.
C'est bien Monsieur Gio à l'intérieur de sa tente? Je savais que ma mémoire ne me trompait pas.
I knew those fuckers were gaslighting me. She pinches her nose and dives into a nearby pile of garbage bags. No, Matilda, you gotta stop doing this.
Gio semble être spécial pour elle. Mais si elle est de Manus... Non, arrête Mathilda. Tu ne dois pas faire de telles suppositions hâtives. Mercurien ne pourrait pas être...
Her huddled shoulders are nudged. Her eyelids grow heavy. Her limbs are weak. Yeah, mom's spaghetti. There's vomit on her sweater already. Oh no, I have been bombed.
Sweet dreams, Tildy. The road to Elysium is mine, and only mine.
Damn. Oh, I was just about to call her a rat. Take a seat at the mobster's game, where this rat is taking our key. See you, rats. Hi, rats. I am the rat queen. Whoa! I am in the flashback room. Matilda awakes from her stupor.
Où suis-je? Est-ce la pièce derrière le restaurant?
A restaurant? The bedding is nearly neatly pressed. Holy shit, my dyslexia is coming in hot. And folded, and the windows are covered in a patchwork of repairs. Despite the age and disrepair of the room, it is clean, nearly spotless. It doesn't look that way. That man.
Je dois prévenir Jay. La cérémonie approche. Elle va dévoiler notre plan.
She picks herself up and moves to open the door. Click.
Quoi? C'est verrouillé?
No, Matilda, you foolish little goober.
As-tu vraiment laissé ici toute seule? Oh, attends. Le dispositif de contact, il est toujours dans ma valise.
They just like destroyed it. Jay. A familiar voice slides beneath the gap in the door.
Qui est-ce là-bas? Il y a un trou dans la porte.
I think it is called a keyhole. There is indeed a hole covered with a loose cloth. She leans closer, peering through the hole, taking in everything outside. Little peephole. The familiar voice came from a man sitting at a round table, a face she had seen before in the market.
Ils sont tous là.
As an apology for my children's poor behavior, I'd like you to take charge of this negotiation.
Jay hesitates for a moment, scanning the ranks of Ledger's subordinates.
Thanks, Grandpa. But we both know we're not having a party here. And why doesn't your boy Gio come over and apologize himself?
Let me give you a piece of advice, Jay. Don't go tempting dogs away from their owners. Pay attention to your own men.
'Cause I've already killed all of them. I've eaten them. They were very tasty.
This gift from us, Mr. Halleck, he a friend of yours?
The wall of people behind him part, creating a path. The critter drags a bloodied man behind it, throwing him onto the ground.
It's Halleck!
I'm sorry, Jay. I went to the New Age market. I just thought maybe there was something I could do.
Well, you proved that the thing you could do was die. His limbs hang loosely like a puppet with broken strings, unable to support his body, and thick blood gurgles in his mouth. A revolver is pressed down against his gasping chest.
Legers, you piece of shit. I'll smash your head in and feed it to your dogs.
You piece of shit. I love how they censor it. It's so goofy.
Don't do it, Beckett. We already have a captive to save.
Pioneer holds back Beckett as he rages.
You should focus on your friends. Forget about the New Age market. It doesn't belong to you. Don't worry. Helping people make decisions is a particular skill of mine. I can be very motivating.
And by I can be very motivating, I mean my gun is very motivating. It helps people make decisions, like if they should run or die, or if they should do what I say or die. You know, good decision maker overall. He stands up and pats Jay on the shoulder.
Let's play a game. You big boys love playing games, don't you?
You are a big boy, yes? I can see you stand up, you are a big boy. The phrase big boy is so funny. Oh yes, you are big boy. He points the revolver, poking Hulk's chest.
Take a look. This revolver is fully loaded with 4 bullets. Here's how you play. I give you a condition. If you accept, I remove 1 bullet. When all the chambers are empty, you win. If you take your chances and reject the condition, I shoot. Just know that I might bury a bullet in your skull.
I shoot the gun. Although I might need 2 because you are big boy.
I totally respect your freedom of choice. You're even welcome to try your luck with all 4 bullets loaded, if you like.
I respect your freedom of choice. This is America, after all. And in America, your choice is do what I say, or die. That's the American dream. I am Congressman Ledgers. Please vote for me, or else you get bullet. The gunman spins the cylinder of his revolver. A glint of light flashes across the boy's cat-like eyes.
I can see the bullets in the chamber when he rolls the cylinder. Alright, I gotta count for the boss. Gotta help him survive the game at the lowest price.
He dashes into the kitchen.
Here's your glass, boss.
Thanks, Wizen. I could use a drink.
I could stand to get fucking wasted right now. Jay pulls out the paper from under the coaster, glancing at it from the corner of his eye, then coughs into it heavily. As he removes it, the faint black ink has smeared beyond recognition.
I got sharp eyes. I can do lots of stuff. Counting coins, cars, finding water drops. I'm great at spotting cheats and shady dealers.
Oh yeah, that was your catchphrase. Anyway, he hands the paper back to Wizen, hesitating for a moment before nodding.
All right. Let's do this, Grandpa. Wizen, get that tequila from the bar. Need a drink to clear our minds.
On it, boss.
The boy pulls a bottle up from behind the bar, fills 2 shot glasses.
That's a clever kid you got there. All right. Let's get started, kiddo.
The cylinder is spun again. 4 rounds, 4 demands. 2 ways that this can end.
Condition 1. Return what you took from us.
Sure.
Without hesitation, he pulls the key from his pocket, places it on the table, pushes it forward to the elderly man.
Continue like this, Jay, and this'll be the best game I ever played.
A game where nothing happens. I don't like games that much. I just want them to be finished. So, you know, if you just let this be done with, we're cool. That would be fun. A snicker rises from the crowd behind him.
I thought he'd hesitate at least a little bit. Looks like you got a coward for a boss, boys.
Mate, I'm not gonna get shot over a fucking key. The first bullet is pulled from the chamber. Fuck. The boy mutters inaudibly.
5, 8, 10 times. The next chamber's loaded.
He leans in and refills the shot glasses once more.
Thanks, Wizen.
Condition 2. Get your people out of here. Now. We need quiet. Your friends are disturbing our conversation.
You're the one fucking holding us up at gunpoint, mate.
You heard him, guys. Get out of here.
But no one moves. This is a decision that falls out of his authority. Each of its crew has to make it on their own.
Wizen, take good care of your boss.
First to decide makes his exit. Even though I feel like the mannequin guy could survive a bullet.
When did you become such a coward?
No, guys. You're not helping by staying here. Just go.
Beckett kicks the chair fruitlessly, holding his stare.
Damn it!
Ah, I'm not good at playing these fucking games. Beckett breaks as he makes his exit. The rest follow.
It's a pleasure doing business with you, Jay. You're a practical man. May the sufferer bless you. There's no denying that you got a merciful heart.
This feels like... What is the sufferer meant to be an allegory for, if anything? It does kind of feel like weirdly Christian in a way, because they kind of fetishize suffering a lot of the time. At least Puritans do. But it could be some other religions I'm not remembering. The second bullet is pulled from its chamber. The cylinder spins one more. The keen cat eyes, a fleeting opportunity.
The next 2 shots are safe. I gotta tell the boss.
The boy grips the bottle tightly as he pours its content into Jay's glass, filling it only halfway. When just as he lifts his hand...
Fill it up to the top, kiddo. Don't skimp on him. I'll tip you if Jay doesn't.
Ledger's rough and firm hands grip the boy's own.
Yes, sir.
That had only been half of the code. He couldn't be sure that Jay would understand now. It is too great a risk to continue.
Now, condition 3.
Jay shakes his head, dismissing the words before he speaks them.
You've already lost the game, Legers.
Jay's gaze shifts away from the red marks on Wisen's arm.
Oh, so you want to take your chances, huh? Figured 50-50 was close enough? But you know, kiddo, I never said I would only shoot once.
I'm the one with the gun. I can shoot as many times as I want. Jay bows his head, gripping the handle of his Bowie knife.
Try it, old man.
Do it.
Do it. Click. The hammer drops into an empty chamber.
You got lucky, kid. Now let's try that again.
Jay crouches as his boot swifts loudly across the floor. From the scabbard, a cold gleam reflects the room's dim light, like the stars on a sheet of ice. Click. The cocked hammer falls and finds another empty chamber. Jay's blade slides into its sheath. Sparks fly, trembling in the air.
You lucky bastard.
Bang. The deafening gunshot echoes across the walls.
Jay!
See what happens when you mess with me?
A new hole appears in the wall. Ooh, new hole discovered. Do-little-do. And the revolver falls to the ground, still gripped by a severed arm. Ah, no, what the fuck, man? My hand. Aww. Just like super sad about it, despite
Game's
shooting someone. Ah, my hand. What the fuck?
But we'd prefer to continue.
We only got through half of the game.
Face off.
Rip his face off. Do a nice little burial on his face. This will be cute. Boom. Oh, I got the all green team.
Battery checked.
Let's go light and green is good against blue and then red's good against fucking... I mean, it doesn't matter. This is easy mode. Spadilla! Oh, hey, look at these guys. Look at these cute little doggies. They're just here for a good time.
Nice tactic. That's right.
Charging.
Boom, boom.
Anyone feeling cold?
Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boop, boop. Oh, what is that marker? New status appeared. I will say, one thing that kind of bugs me about this game is that, like, every update, they add more status effects. And it's like, there's too many. There are far too many status effects for them to be, like, useful. And, like, I guess the main problem is just that, like, it's impossible to remember what all of them do. Because they keep adding them.
Like a metaphor?
Like a metaphor?
Keep going.
For our dream comrade. For our dream comrade. Not for our dream comrade, but for our dream comrade. The comrade of our dream.
If that's the way it's gotta be, let's do this, old man. But this time, we got the upper hand. Now give back what you took, and I'll let you and your little lackeys go. Or...
The blade's tip pierces the skin of his neck, and blood trickles from the wound. Ledger surveys Jay with a passive
You're a
stare.
smart kid, Jay. But apparently you need a lesson in failure. I'll be glad to give it to you.
You need a lesson in failure. Look at me fail.
We're actually playing two games just now. Those missed shots, they had a purpose. They may not have hit you, but they did hit our second target.
Boom. An explosion shakes the room, erupting with a surge of flames.
That's Holden's garage and your bike.
Put down the knife, kiddo. That was just a warning. To let you know the game isn't over yet.
Call his bluff, stab him in the head.
I got one last condition. Let us leave in peace. So, what do you say?
Help me out. Pollock needs this place to live. Damn it.
People outside desperately beat at the flames, but the fire grows fiercer despite their efforts.
I can turn all of Hyde Street to ashes, if you want me to.
I mean, you can if you're dead. The Bowie knife is lowered.
Good boy.
Good boy, big boy. Good big boy.
By the way, get yourself a better knife. I got butter knives sharper than that thing.
Gun. Bang. Without any time to react, the gun's muzzle fires. His Bowie knife shatters into pieces.
A warning for trying to take my men.
Damn it, Jay. Could have just killed him. Would have been easier that way. Flames lick at the charred debris as Beckett sits dazed on the ground. People of Hate Street gather silently, watching the fire, seeing their final ultimatum unfold. Then the daze lifts and Beckett rises with an outburst.
What happened to you, Jay? You were fearless when Hollick and I first met you.
Now you're a little pussy.
Stray dogs, rummaging through the trash cans and sleeping on the street. All we had were clothes on our backs, but we still made it this far. I'd rather break my bones and shed my last drop of blood than beg for mercy. But look at you, Jay. What were you thinking?
Once again, zooms in on Jay's head. Monkey with cymbals, doing a backflip.
Are you a coward, boss?
He spits on the ground as he helps the bloodied Hollick to his feet. He holds Jay's gaze as he unpins his badge and tosses it into the trash.
It's my fault. Please don't go. Jay! I'll come back to help.
Beckett pulls at Hollick, unable to contain his anger any longer.
Oh, come on, Hollick. You just said that this is your fault, so do me a favor and shut up. You know you're the one who got us into this mess, right? If you'd learned your damn lesson, none of this would have happened. So just shut up.
Shut your stupid ass mouth. I don't want to hear shit from you. Hollick hangs his head, dejected and quiet. Oh man. Beckett forcefully drags the wounded giant away. And then another from the crowd.
Sorry, Mr. J. All I wanted was a safe place to sleep, not all this. I don't want to get killed.
He leaves behind the second badge and fearfully makes his way from the street. The third and fourth, they tremble, reluctant, feeling their own smallness in the crowd. Man, there's a crowd of people, just kill the guy. The flames dwindle and ashes hang in the air. Oh, and the screen no longer distorts from the fire. The crowd breaks apart slowly and wordlessly, until they're left only an empty, burned-out street.
Boss, I'll get them to come back. We'll get everything back. Hey! Hey!
He runs out to catch the crowd, but soon as he grasps his vulnerability, like strangled bird left out from the flock. Which is ironic, because he's a cat. Boy. Yeah, once again, I'll do those extra ones off stream. Clang, 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 the anvil rings with each decisive strike of the hammer. Oh yeah, let's see what Matilda's been up to trapped in the room. Just trapped in there for a while. And it's okay, she didn't need to be involved. The club's air is thick with smoldering ash and smoke. The open sign swings forlornly at the door. Those few that still pass it on the street do so quickly, as if running past a graveyard. Even in the heart of the city, it feels remote.
Yes, I am awaiting orders at 379 Haight Street now. I have sent 2 investigators back to the branch. They'll show you the way. Since time is limited, I will go to the target location in advance and update you on my coordinates.
Coordinates.
This mission will bring us one step closer to eliminating Manus Vindictae. You have provided us with vital information thus far, Ms. Buanish.
Buanish?
The reinforcement squad will arrive soon.
And one more thing.
She stops, but evidently cannot help but continue.
One of our arcanist friends may have defected to Manus Vindictae. I believe they'll be expecting us and the reinforcements. This was my personal oversight, so I hope you will allow me to scout ahead. That way I can provide optimal support for the following operation.
The other end of the line is silent until a statically clamor breaks through. Staticky. It comes with a resolute reply.
The current mission is to wait for reinforcements at the New Age Market. Please follow your orders, Investigator Buanish.
Oh no, they're gonna pronounce that differently every time, huh?
Understood.
Understood. She bites her lip, disheartened, and puts the device back into her pocket. It is good news, but she can't calm the turmoil within her.
I heard Miss Mercuria went to Leger's place this morning. Miss Boanish, we've done everything we can. It's not your fault.
But it is my fault. I could have destroyed the key. She shakes her head, no longer in the mood to respond to any words of comfort.
Legers and those arcanists have made a total mess of the market. The people's safety is our top priority now. Jay's been away since this morning. He has to be here when the reinforcements arrive. Where did he go?
Where did he come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Cotton Eye Jay? The mannequin shrugs. I don't fucking know.
He's right there.
Dead on the ground. He points to the back door of the kitchen, held slightly ajar. From behind it comes a rhythmic metallic sound. Click, clink, clink, clink. Ding, 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 ding. She steps forward, moving through the cluttered kitchen, past sauces, grills, and towers of unwashed plates. Epic.
What's he doing?
The mannequin turns his head to the door, giving no response. I have no fucking idea what he's doing. She pushes the door open and steps inside. Blacksmithing workshop.
To be honest, I thought I'd never use this thing again.
His hammer strikes down heavily on the glowing red-hot metal. Something tells her they fell harder than they should.
I remember that day. Dad was in the living room with his friends, boasting about this awesome treasure he found on his trip. Hadn't seen him smile like that since Mom died.
He was so happy when Mom died.
Thought he dug up some good stuff. I was just a whiny little kid back then. No one liked me.
Still no one likes
After
me.
his friends left, Dad put me in a suit and tie like I was some kind of stage performer and took me to the Velvet Restaurant. When we got there, he brought this little girl to me and said, "Hey son, I got you a little sister."
We ordered her online.
It was the first time I met Paulina and her mom. I realized that he wasn't lying about the treasure. The days after were sweet, like eating dessert on cloud 9 every day.
Sparks fly across his eyes.
But it didn't last long. My dad was nothing but a broke insurance agent after he ran away from the Whalen family. He had big dreams, but he was too weak to realize them.
Died the following afternoon.
Family? I've read about them in the Arcanum and Metal compiled by the SPDM. They've been arcane blacksmiths, famous for their sword making for generations. But the book says the family perished in the war.
Which war?
No matter what generation, Frenchie, weak people cower in dark holes, learn to hide their power, and only use it when they really need it. Being reckless can kill you. I've learned that better than anyone since my old man died. And you know what? His friends were right. He followed Solomon's manuscript, a document left behind by his family, and dug up something from under the ruins, a worthless piece of black iron.
Solomon's manuscript? That document holds top secret information, only available to certain members of the Foundation. How did he get it? And what have you done with the iron?
Oh no, that was like 20 years ago.
Most of it became this thing strapped to my back. And the rest? Well, you're looking at it, girl. I didn't get why Dad said it was good stuff until now. You know those witches who can tell at a glance whether a kid will be a warrior or a priest? When I looked at this scrap of metal, I had the same feeling. It was destined to be a killer knife.
Unlike the butter knife my other knife was insulted as. But you could kill someone with a butter knife. You just gotta be creative.
And now, it's gonna make its debut.
I'm gonna stick it into a guy's throat. It's gonna be awesome. It'll be great. The girl catches sight of the cloth bag at his feet, and further away, a withered but polished old motorcycle.
Reinforcements will arrive soon, and I have decoded the spell on the key. You have to wait, Jay. Miss Mercuria, she's joined Manus Vindicte. We have no way of knowing what information she's given them.
Probably all of it. He shakes his head. SMH my head.
I don't need their help. I can bring my friends back myself, French fry.
You literally cannot. She's just straight on with him, like, you couldn't even beat that one Ledger's man. You kind of suck.
Those crazies are holding the ceremony soon. I'm not gonna let them destroy my birthplace. I'm not gonna wait for your little friends to arrive either.
We have a whole army coming.
Jay, there's no reason to risk your life. The reinforcements will arrive in no time. Then we can finish this with minimum casualties.
They will arrive in no time. 3 to 10 business days, I was insured. After they fill out all of the forms, she's like, alright, I'm leaving. He just gets on his bike the second she says forms.
This lesson from the experienced investigator, Matilda Buanish. Preparation is the key to success.
I have learned that from my favorite role model, Batman. The young man laughs hard and steadily.
I guess you're right. When I was a scrawny little street kid, I I'd look to a savior, like a cop or a boss. Anything to avoid a beating. We all got the smarts to stay out of trouble. We just gotta look both ways before we make our move.
But you see, I'm not a little kid anymore. So now I'm gonna beat the shit out of my boss.
There's nothing in it. Just a photo of my wife and daughter.
Come on, you old fogey! Take it back if you got the guts! Breton, catch!
Over here, old man! Hey, get out of the way, you stupid bastard!
Brian.
Help me, Brian.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, friend.
He shakes off the old man's trembling hand as if preparing to run.
We show tolerance and modesty.
Harlot, tell me, did your brain slip out of your skull? Don't you know how expensive this cleaner is? Spray it on this piece of crap one more time, and you ain't getting a cent next month.
But sir, the customer paid us to use this cleaner.
And I pay you to work for me, you idiot. Either listen to me, or go back to daydreaming in that burnt-down garage of yours.
He timidly glances downward, feeling at his empty pockets, struggling to find words.
We know our limits. Do what we can, and give up when we have to.
10, 9, 8, 7.
Hey, just stay down, you idiot. You'll get paid after the game, I promise. Come on. You think you're a tough man? Just stay down and we'll make a fortune.
His body is exhausted, pushed over hard, yet his fist remains tightly clenched. The stems of the revolution coming in.
But if you've ever tried to temper a sword, you know that hesitation ruins the work.
The searing hot blade plunges into the water, producing a hissing burst of bubbles and steam.
You gotta be brave, decisive. That's how you make a great sword. That's how you live a great life. You don't gotta be too careful about what you say and do. Don't gotta be prepared for everything.
Pulls the cool blade from the water and places it into a soft wrapping cloth. Then a new Bowie knife.
Because a brave and decisive fist, well, that's unstoppable. I won't just stand back.
Except by a gun.
Never. You understand?
She hesitates.
Perhaps you're right, but this would be a serious violation. You'll be going against the direct orders of the Foundation.
Matilda, why do you think he gives a single fuck about the Foundation's orders? Matilda, you're such a little dummy. I love you, but come on. That is the least convincing argument you could come up with. This is like if you're talking to an atheist and trying to convince him that something is wrong, and your reasoning is because God said so. It's just like, you're a few steps behind if you think that will be convincing at all. Like, you do not understand the fundamental, like, what's going on here in this conversation. Deep within her restless mind, an answer is slowly emerging.
Therefore, as your supervisor, I will keep an eye on you wherever you go, just in case you do something stupid.
Good job, Matilda. You saved it. You saved it at the end. A helmet flies through the air, landing in her hand.
Fine by me, Commander.
I will mark you down for all of your stupid mistakes. Like you not filling out those fucking forms! And it's like, no, not the forms again! The round bartender has polished the table to a shine, as if oblivious to the distraction around her. Oh, hi Sputnik, I forgot you were in here.
Where are the badges? They were here just now. Mr. Pioneer,
I zoom around in background. He is already gone. Buzz, buzz, buzz. To be continued. Bing, bing. Empty coffin. Putting on a convincing front. Oh, everyone's below here. That's a cute touch. I like how they do these little diorama things. It's cute. They always put the little characters somewhere in this diorama place. I don't think I've ever brought that up, but it is like a very nice touch for the game's aesthetics. This game just does aesthetics pretty well overall. I think that's one of the main things I enjoy about it so much. Jars and bottles line the table with dried herbs bound with twine placed neatly in the corner. The furnace spits out the scraps of old business cards. Beside the furnace, a box lies half open, revealing a familiar black mask.
Sorry, I've never seen a case like this before. I can't quite believe what I'm looking at, to be honest. I'm afraid there's nothing human medicine can do. This is well beyond my means.
I don't know what this magic shit is, I gotta be real. He removes his hat and bows deeply to the injured man sitting in the chair. Then he picks up the briefcase and turns to leave. Oh, that's disappointing. He gathers more cards into a tight ball in his fist and tosses them in the fire. It's another knock from a separate door. Bang! Before he could answer, the door is bashed open.
What do you think you're doing, Pops? No one told me you took the new kids to Hate Street. Those crazy dogs could have hurt you. You know that?
Hurt me? I appreciate your concern, kiddo.
But I have plot armor on my side until the end of the chapter, where I'll definitely die. Like, no doubt about it. But I'm the final boss, so I'm fine.
You found your dagger. Who was kind enough to return it? That lady from the New Age market? I know you've been sweet on her.
She do be looking pretty. Ledger tosses a stack of sealed envelopes onto the table.
You've been over here for a few years. I think it's time you went back to Italy. Stay there for a while. Oh, and say hello to your mother for me.
Shio, standing at the other end of the table, lets out a silent laugh.
Listen to yourself, Pops.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I've never even been to Italy. He raises the gun towards the old man with purpose.
5 years ago, when we moved here from that remote Arcanist village, we were down and out. But still, you said you'd rather shoot yourself in the head than return home a loser. You promised we'd settle down here. Make it our second home. We were cast out by the humans, but we trusted you. We all understood that hating humans wouldn't put food on the table. That's why we respected you. Why we still respect you.
Oh, that seems like your mistake. I'm not a very respectable person. I'm a murderer. Yeah, so what? We're all murderers. That's fine. Who hasn't murdered a guy or two in their day? Come on. The gun trembles in his hand, his words increasingly agitated.
Jerry Littlefinger.
Jerry Littlefinger.
His mama still thinks he's working for us on the sea. Short Ken, who spent his whole life waiting tables, was shot to pieces just a couple of days after his daughter was born. And my wife, Savina, was burned to death by some piece of shit arsonist. Even now, the cops won't tell me who did it.
I like how, like, they clearly wanted him to raise his voice when he was saying piece of shit arsonist, which is good, like that's what makes sense. But they also, the way they censor it, she's like, that piece of arsenic.
But even through all the pain and all the hardship, we had principles. Principles that have earned us respect and made us more money than our fathers did in their entire lives. But now you've been corrupted by those lunatics from the Order of Enlightenment. Now the clinics refuse to treat us. They know we don't go by our principles anymore. That every cent we have is taken from those poor people who are as hungry as we used to be. What do we stand for now? Beating down on the poor and murdering children? No one trusts us anymore. You're pushing everyone further and further away. When are you gonna stop, huh? How many more have to suffer?
Oh, you see, this is what you don't understand. I have joined Death Cult. What? Oh, well, you should have told me about that. Fuck you. His arm feels heavy. It trembles with exhaustion. His knees are weak. Palms are sweaty.
You haven't seen the bigger picture.
Legers approaches, grasping the quivering muzzle of the gun. Then, like a kindly father receiving a gift, he takes the gun into his own hands.
And even now, with that girl messing with your mind, you have no intention of killing me. You're loyal. I'll give you that, kid.
Too loyal. If I were you, I would have killed me by now. Boom. Boom, dead. Gio collapses in a heap. But the gun is not held at Gio's head. Instead it is aimed towards the pitch-black corridor.
I've been wondering who that witch is. The girl who's making my boy feel mercy and guilt. You're not thinking straight anymore. Can't even hold a gun. It's shameful.
You are not thinking straight anymore. And you know the most straight thing in the world is to murder people. That's what it said in my book, Death Cults for Idiots 101, right?
Gio's hesitating because he is thinking straight, Legers.
She emerges from the shadows of the corridor.
Bullets don't bring peace.
Oh, but they do bring death, and I enjoy
Gio's
death.
risking his life to make you see the truth. I believe you understand that better than anyone. But if you insist on taking his life, I won't stop you. He made this choice himself.
Is that so?
Oh, cool. Well, let me do some killing then. That'd be fun. Presses the gun muzzle down on Gio's chest. Gio reaches out a hand, grasping the man's shoulder, as if asking for something.
I'm sorry, Pops.
I'm not sorry. The gun is thrown to the ground.
Get him out of here. I've no need for cowards, no matter how loyal they are.
You've got me wrong. I didn't come here to help Gio or to witness his sacrifice. I was just following my heart.
And my heart says that I should join the Nazi death cult. I don't know why, but it's just what it's saying. Like, what is your end goal here?
To join you.
She nods, stating it as if guided by fate. That's how you say
I've
it.
come here to help you, just like that doctor.
Her gaze sweeps over the hearth, the herbs, and the boxes, taking in everything in the room. Finally, her eyes fix on the carpet between them.
I see.
6.
I've seen it countless times. How people gather energy to themselves. They put their own lives, their own desires, above all else. They take from others even exploiting them to satisfy their greed. But Gio's not one of them, nor are you. I can see the aura around you. Your soul, your wishes, your energy. None of them are focused on yourself. They're all focused on someone else. Someone hidden in this place.
There is a shadow demon somewhere in this room. She raises her hand and points to the blood-stained path beneath the carpet.
He's right here, beneath these floorboards. And you've kept him secret all this time, haven't you?
Oops. She carries the lamp into the pitch-black stairway. Her guide walks ahead of her, descending with neither light nor a raised hand, taking each step firmly and confidently as he moves into the darkness, never missing a step. It is as familiar to him as walking a well-worn path home. Oh, the goopy. That's how you know shit's getting real when the goopy purple is here. the acrid smell hits her nose, filling her lungs with a shuddering insect-like sensation. Black mold spreads out from the bed frame in front of her, creeping down across the floor and walls. He is dying. The emaciated body on the bed arches upward, coughing out a haze of yellow spores from the gaping sore in his throat.
So he's the reason for everything you've done. Death has almost taken him, yet you still cling on to him. You won't let him go. He's suffering.
Yeah, I gotta say, if fucking spores are coming out of me at that point, like, just kill me. Like, fuck that. I don't want to be alive for that. She picks up the photo next to the bed frame. Two men standing in front of a university, their faces near identical.
So the rumors were true. The wailing
Does
that
Bruno
people
Mars
heard
is gay?
came from this poor man. And you, a human of flesh and blood, unprotected by any arcane skills, were shot in the head, yet continue to walk and talk. Those bullets never penetrated your head, did they? Because you're not Legers. He is.
Mercuria crushes the dried grass in her palm with her thumb, then bites her fingertip to draw some blood. She gently smears the paste of blood and grass onto the corpse-like man's withered and emaciated body. Red blood begins to drip from the steeped paste, following the fungal strands into his throat, ears, nose, and at last into his lungs.
The Order of Enlightenment has allowed him to survive, albeit in a dying body. But there is a price for this. His consciousness.
Coughs and vomits. Thick mass of fungi shrewd pus pours out of his throat. Ugh.
The most I can do is recover his consciousness for a short while. But I can't save him from death.
She closes her eyes and extends her hand, a halo of light enveloping the unconscious patient. The patient's eyes reopen weakly.
You tried so many treatments, brother. Sometimes it felt like torture.
In fact, most of the times it feels like torture. Just fucking kill me. Holy shit, dude. Oh my god. Hell can't be much worse than this.
Look at me. moldy bread. You're back. Legers, you're back.
He sounds like a different person now.
Listen, I found a way to cure your condition. I swear you won't die. I swear.
I am already dead, brother. The patient shakes his head in a cracking, drawn-out motion.
But you are a professor now, Salvatore. This outfit isn't your usual style. You used to wear a pair of gold-framed glasses and criticize everything you saw. A true intellectual. That's the Salvatore I know.
Is it pronounced Salvadore? Isn't it Salvador? Or I feel like most accents don't pronounce the E at the end. You're supposed to say
After you were
Salvador.
shot, I disguised myself as you. I've been running your kingdom. These kids need you. So I gave up my diploma. We'll share the fame and power when you get back on your feet. Just like you always wanted.
Just like a fucking Ace Attorney plot. No, I've been disguised as you for the past 20 years.
This isn't what I wanted. You're supposed to be working at a law firm. Taking money out of the hands of rich title ones. Not pulling triggers. Not spilling blood.
Do you not remember? I told you. Stealing from the rich is based as fuck. Stealing from the poor is super cringe.
You gotta get out of this dump. I dirtied my hands so that yours would be clean. So that you could live the life you wanted. I never wanted you to follow in my footsteps.
Especially since my footsteps followed in me getting shot.
Jerry. They're both honest, hard-working guys.
Oh, you mean those two guys we brought up dying earlier? Oh, they're good.
Never should have brought them into this world. They've gone home, Legers. They've... Really? I knew they couldn't cut it on the streets.
His breathing is fainter with each breath.
I've been sleeping for too long, Salvatore. My brain isn't working. Can't even open my eyes anymore. It feels like they're glued shut.
Oh, I didn't even get a Sprite for this. Like you know I'm on death's door at this pace, right? He tries to open his eyes wider, but they remain motionless, stuck in their half-closed position.
Where am I? Describe it to me. Tell me where I am.
Well, you are in the shittiest room imaginable, with black mold everywhere. There are spores coming out of your body. Oh my god. He just realized, you haven't killed me yet and I look like this? What the fuck, dude? The overhead light flickers, shining into his split-like eyes.
Is that the sun? Am I in Italy?
No. His consciousness fades into a dreamlike state.
I think I can hear Mama calling for us from the kitchen. Did she find out we stole the room again?
The patient laughs and fits, struggling to find his breath again between each exhale.
Legers? No.
Yes, the sun is rising.
And by sun, I mean your death.
I can feel its warmth.
You're at home. Isn't that right, Legers?
The reserved young brother continues stoking their shared dream.
Yeah. We're in Sicily.
Oh, we're in Sicily.
Remember? Dad just beat the hell out of us. He's smoking in the doorway right now. He said he'd tie us up to stop us from getting ourselves killed on the streets of America. Told us to settle down here, in Sicily. I'm sorry, brother. I couldn't get us tickets to the States. Mama told us to take our stuff out of the suitcases and put it away. We packed a ton. You must be exhausted from unpacking it all.
This is fucked up.
We didn't go to America. That's too bad. But I'm happy to hear that.
America actually fucking sucks. And then he died. On the brink of death, he looks so serene. He grasps his brother's hand, holding the pistol firmly.
Damn. I was totally clued. Dad really beat the crap out of me. I gotta go to bed. Don't wake me up, Salvatore.
Trust me, don't wake me up.
Remember to keep reading. We gotta have one member of the family who uses his brain for a living. Promise me. I will, brother. I promise.
The withered hand of the patient covers the hand holding the gun.
See you tomorrow, bro.
A long silence passes. The last, his heart gives way, beating its last.
He's gone. I won't blame Gio.
Gio had nothing to do with this. Gio was like on the ground upstairs bleeding out.
See now why you all made your choice.
You know, I won't blame the guy who had nothing to do with any of this. I've grown a lot as a person. A small tip. Right at the enemy's gates. We're getting there. I think I'll do one or two more segments before wrapping up for the night, and then do the rest tomorrow or so. Because there's about, like, I think 21, 22 segments of this.
You know, like one of those little old ladies who uses a walker.
But yeah, there should be about 21 or 22 segments of this, and a lot of those seem to just be story ones after like 18, I think. So we should be able to get it all done in the next time I stream. But for now, we go until like 14 or 15, because I want to see what's happening.
Well, boy, was I wrong. She ran faster than a jackrabbit. So there she went, the goods still in her arms.
Shut up, Ross. And quit trying to get rich. I gotta take a leak.
I gotta go piss my pants. I'll be back later. He waves his hands and leaves. Some time passes and the other guard left behind grows wary.
Hey, Kuko, you trying to piss up a lake or something? Hurry up.
Not trying, succeeding. No one answers. He cautiously peers forward, catching sight of someone leaning over a tree stump. Hello, dear. Forrest.
Shoot. Don't come over here. My zipper's stuck. Give me a sec.
Despite the frantic tone of the pleading voice, the guard seems not to have detected anything.
Kuko, you need scissors or something?
Mr. Pioneer, now!
Mr. Pioneer, kill him! Behind the guard, another figure emerges in response. Crack! Cracks his neck. The wooden club comes crashing down on the guard's head before splitting into two pieces. The would-be victim appears totally unharmed.
What the hell?
I told you it wouldn't work. It isn't handy at all.
He discards the wooden club, removes an arm, and clenches the hand into a fist.
Come quick, you idiots!
From afar, footfalls rush toward them.
Oh, I have a feeling this one will be a hard nut to crack.
Oh man. Never been a fan of cracking nuts. As a mannequin, I'm more of a fan of holding them. Ah, god, we gotta use this asshole. Look at how underleveled he is compared to everyone else. Can't force me to use this guy. Old man, ninja girl, and guy with a cane. I wonder, what does this guy's stuff do? Self-counter grants taunt, reality defense, mental defense. Then shifts self one position backwards? That's interesting. Does the position of the characters matter? Can I position him back into the suitcase and bring out Fish Girl? That would be funny. One target attack deals 230 mental damage, then shifts self one position forward. Ooh. Why does he have a positioning? A positioning gimmick, that's interesting.
Loading.
Keep it cool, fellas.
Yeah, that's weird. What the hell? I kind of want to see... I can't, but I want to see if I could, like, get him backwards more. Because, like, I'm never going to level this guy up and use him. Why would I?
Nice choice.
Hell yeah, let's get him all the way back.
Or this one.
The cure of destructive prejudices.
Shoop.
I have taste.
Like a...
Ah, damn. I couldn't get him into the suitcase. Sorry, fish. Can't come out today. I wonder what the point of that is. Like, moving forwards and backwards along the line doesn't seem to, like, do anything. But I guess it has to do something, or else why would the mechanic be there?
And now to return to my long-term mission.
Rest.
I clearly saw Monsieur Pioneer and Wise draw the guards away. Where did they go?
Where did they go?
Don't worry about them. They're probably just hiding somewhere. We've already taken down most of the guards. They'll realize soon.
It's not like they're already dead. So are we.
I'm here, boss. Help! Mr. Pioneer has...
He has no limbs. The boy's desperate cry echoes from the lakeside.
Is that Monsieur Pioneer's arm?
Oh no. We all know mannequins can drown. Jay kneels, pounding the ground in frustration.
I'm sorry, man. I should have come earlier.
Alright, Jay, you don't gotta be fucking doing this bullshit. Jay appears genuinely heartbroken at the thought that he arrived too late, fighting back messy tears. We already established earlier he's good at lying. A stiff hand is laid gently on him. The string words arrive just in time.
Enough faffing around. Go get my arm. And don't make me repeat myself.
Hey, hey, hey! Don't kick my butt!
I need that butt. What else would I sit on?
Damn. What's wrong with you, man? I've never swum in my entire life. You almost killed me.
Come on, man, you could probably float or something.
Well, when new boys join us in the future, I'll tell them, you know that famous Jay? He was drowned in a kiddie pool. May the rubber duck be with him.
Ah. Wank, wank.
Shh! Enough, you fools!
Enough doing your fucking comedy routine. We are going to die. She separates the pair who've been standing side by side.
Move! Get out of the way! According to Miss Meish, the door is right where you're standing.
She crouches down to examine the barren soil, stretching out her hand to measure its length. The other three mimic her actions, yet apart from the solid earth, there is nothing in sight.
But there's nothing here, Miss Boanish. No keyhole, no door frame. Is it buried underground? Perhaps we need to dig it up?
No. Since the very beginning, there's never been a specific door that leads to their lair. In other words, any door could take us there.
We just need to find any door in the world and it will take us there.
It's a shortcut. It will take us directly to them.
I saw them go into the woods with dozens of believers. They went inside a tent. I was worried about my friend, so I searched for any secret tunnels or cellars that they might have used. I thought I could follow the traces left by their arcane skills.
She shakes her head.
But I found nothing. At the same time, I heard that a door had been salvaged from the sunken Lady Elgin. The archaeologists found that the door didn't lead anywhere. It was useless. Back on the ship, it was installed in front of a wall. I've read about these meaningless doors before in my brief study of archaeology. When installed inside tombs, they serve as a decoration and a distraction against tomb raiders. So, it dawned on me that perhaps it is not the door that matters.
I don't know what she was talking about.
Key that matters. Doors are just a medium through which spaces are connected. It is the key that opens the way.
And we can easily distort space itself if we need to.
En conclusion, this key can make any door a shortcut to their lair. Even without a door, there is still a path we can take. There is always a direct route that connects 2 points on the map of Gnosis.
1 line, 2 lines, their fingers sketch the outline of the door roughly on the ground.
We can take that path by touching the key and reciting the incantation. All we need to do is draw an entrance.
So...
Huh? Hands. Oh, here comes the hands. Wow, more hands for me. The mannequin pioneer just gets like 6 new arms. Like, equips himself, really.
I will send the coordinates to the Foundation. When the reinforcements arrive, they can come with us. Before we enter, you must know, I only master the art of opening the door. The art of closing the door, however, well, only the Manus know how to do that.
I don't know how to shut a door behind me.
Are you all aware of the risk? We may get locked in there and never come back.
Alright, enough talk. We've come this far. Nothing's gonna scare me off.
Fine. Over here, gentlemen.
As the crowd gathers, one person is pulled away.
Boss, what are you doing? I can help too. Just ask Mr. Pioneer.
You're smarter than most kids I know, Wizen. That's why I got an even more important job for you. To stay here.
Look, kid, I'm gonna need you to wisen up and not get yourself killed in this doorway. The child's head nearly collapses in response. He's dead. Feeling abandoned, he looks away in unwilling
We'll need
defeat.
you soon, but not now.
Alright.
They stand before the door, lying at their feet, checking one another for any signs of hesitation.
See you later, kid.
Then all at once, they leap into the bottomless door. Paper Mario and the bottomless door. Whoa! Way past cool. Their center of gravity reverses. The sky hangs upside down and a wave of intense dizziness passes through them from head to gut. There is a clamor of voices, rhythmic tap dancing. Strange murmurs and whispers fill their ears while others wail and sob.
Merde! What's going on? This was not part of the plan.
Ah, crap. I did not know they would actually be here.
Hey, where are we? Please, put my head back on. I can't see a thing.
Honestly, I don't know how I see at all. I don't have eyes. And I'm a mannequin. Does my spirit see? I don't know how this works.
Calm down, fellas. It can't possibly be that bad.
Open their eyes, it's literally Satan. Oh. Night and day reverse. An endless tide of bodies surges, engulfing them. In the distance, figures clad in black robes gather. The scene is overwhelming. Words catch in their throats.
All these people are Manus followers. The Foundation's reinforcements will be far from sufficient.
It appears we're already in the middle of their lair, Miss Boanish.
That's really unfortunate for us who know that, yes? Behind them, a familiar yet strange voice speaks out.
Welcome, distinguished guests.
Oh, hey, Eternity, I didn't know you were evil. Then again, I don't really know about you at all. All I know is that I got her as like one of my first 6 stars randomly. She hasn't appeared in the story before. Weird. Our praises are reversed for them alone. Reserved. Fuck me. God, I don't know how to read. If only. Hymns. I prefer hers. Gathering place, New Age Market.
I thought you gentlemen would recognize me.
Beneath the black hood, faces are hard to distinguish. They instinctively take a step back, gripping their weapons. The woman removes her black robe, revealing an elegant gown.
Have we met before? Wait. I know. Give me a sec.
Give me a fucking minute here. He nudges Pioneer's elbow.
Damn. When did I mess with this girl? She's gonna eat us alive if she finds out I don't remember her.
Damn it. Regarding Jay's overconfidence in his charms, Pioneer really wants to roll his eyes, but he lacks the ability to. A heartbreaking defect of a mannequin. Just a full shame.
We simply didn't expect to see you. We're new here, and the sight of this place took us aback.
I see. Allow me to thank you again for your alms. I can forgive your surprise. You're certainly not the first to react in such a way. You don't look like merchants or believers, and even the way you were invited is unique. You must be the special guest of the ceremony.
Oh, it's weird to hear Eternity again. It's been a while since I last used her.
That's exactly who we are. We got lost. That's why we look a bit messy.
What lovely young people. Now, may I see your invitation from the Order of Enlightenment?
No. Jay's smile freezes in place. The question races through his head. Is it merely a casual question or an order?
Look at you! There are no invitations. It was just a joke, sweethearts. Relax. I have no interest in those outdated rules. With our customers, there's business. Every coin I earn is as glorious as the last, no matter whose pocket it's from.
She's just a little troll. She's just being a little kooky. I do love her though. She's adorable.
Amidst your confusion, I smell a good deal.
I smell a good deal.
It is good manners to notify our host of the arrival of new guests. I'm sure they'll provide a satisfying reward in return. You've given me quite the dilemma. What to do? I wonder.
I wonder. What is with her voice? A clear hint and a threat that can't be ignored. Unfortunately, whatever her toll might be, they cannot afford it, or anything else at the moment. We didn't bring any money. The two poor men look at each other, then turn to their only possible savior. Yeah, eternity popping up out of nowhere. I did not expect her to be story relevant.
What? Don't look at me. Where's your money? There's no room in my budget for any extra expenses.
Do you think I get paid by the Foundation? I get paid in survival. We are only slightly slaves. Like the Foundation just gives them food and shelter and nothing else.
How about another deal?
Give me about 20 to 50 years of your life. She extends an unexpected olive branch.
I recognized that thing on your back the moment I saw it, young sir. And those calloused blacksmith hands.
Alright, girl, we don't need your porn acting. We can just move on to the subject.
Look, you've wrapped it so tightly for fear of it being recognized. That thing can't be hidden. Since you've lugged it all the way here, why not show it to me?
The Foundation gives them notes with black and white checkered pattern. It only works in the Foundation. I would not be surprised. The Foundation just gives them Monopoly money. And it's like, here you go. Yeah, you can... Look, as long as you stay in the Foundation, it's fine. Look, money won't exist once the storm happens enough times, so, like, it's fine. We're gonna go through, like, 18 different forms of currency in, like, a few years in our time. We'll figure it out. He involuntarily takes a step back, hiding the shaft behind him.
No, it's totally worthless.
No, it's not a sword, trust me. Even though it looks like a sword and, like, clearly is one, it's not. Matilda lets out an exasperated sigh as she makes up her mind to help.
Fine. I'll make the payment.
Fine. The lady accepts the hefty bribe, but in an instant loses her smile. She murmurs faintly to herself.
This crystal ribbon. Would you look at that? This is Beryl Boanisha's money. Then you, little lady, must be her daughter.
I hate the Bonishas. She pulls out a knife.
This will be quite a show.
Huh? What are you talking about? Anyway, I showed you my sincerity. Now it's your turn.
Huh? What are you talking about? Do not address my mother by name. You haven't proved shit. Matilda just gets insanely defensive at the slightest hint of setback. The lady steps back, no longer interested in the trifles set before her.
Hey! Hey! Where do you think you're going? We haven't asked you anything yet.
No need, sweetheart. I already know what you're going to ask. A good merchant always knows what a customer needs. Your friend has been waiting for a long time. Oh, and here's some free advice. Don't get too close to the altar.
The second you step on it, you will be sacrificed to the blood god. With Matilda. You would have been blown up. People say I hate the French. No, Matilda is just funny. I don't know why. She's just inherently funny sounding. And it's probably because she's French. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I think it's funny. She points in the direction of a massing crowd. When the flames and rivalry have come to revelry? Flickering torches casting out distorted shadows. A chant rises above the shrieking of critters and stamping feet.
Hey, what's that?
Also, I like how Twitch auto-marked the The term. Oh wait, now it says not to a early added permitted term. I hate the phrase. Oh, I hope that shows up in the actual chat. That's so fucking funny. That's so fucking good. Look, we're allowed to hate on white people. It's fine. She vanishes into the crowded marketplace. He can only shrug. Leaving behind the fawning merchants, they venture deeper into the celebration. And the deeper they venture, the greater the joy on the crowd's faces, as if they were deaf to the mournful wails and cries echoing around them. Burton is our super serious protagonist. Then Matilda is our silly protagonist. We need her. It's true. I feel like Matilda has been important in more event storylines than Burton has. Like, the only one I can remember Burton even being a part of is, like, the Spaffadia one. And then Matilda has been in this one and the, like, the astrology one is where she showed up. Oh, no, Burton was also in the horror one. That's fair. Yeah, she was in a few. It's just a toss-up, really, which one you get.
Gosh, Jay, that's Madame Gloria, isn't it? I thought she went home after she lost her son. What is she doing here?
I can't believe she became a cultist. Ooh,
Not
I
just
know.
her. The artists from the trailer camp are here too. And that's Reno, the gambler who ran away from home. And Castor, the human who sells fake divination. All our lost friends. They're all here.
I can't believe they all joined the weird Nazi-like cult. Oh, I thought they were cooler than that. The missing people of the New Age market huddle by the walls. Their faces are gaunt, yet smiling into the fire. Pioneer steps forward and drapes a filthy floor-length blanket over
What
a
are
key.
you doing here, ma'am?
Oh, Mr. Pioneer, I haven't seen you for ages. What a joyful evening this is. Please, take a seat.
Burton was in Green Lake and Spaffadia. Yeah, those are the ones I mentioned. And she'll be in 2.1. She didn't do, like, anything. Nice. That's true. Matilda is, like, an active participant in the stories whenever she's, involved. Meanwhile, Burton is just kind of there, vibing. Like, more often than not, she's just kind of existing. But you know what? Fair. Burton is just here for the ride. Just having fun with her cute little top hat. Her smile is warm and inviting, yet tears stream down her face. The baby in the swaddling blanket is strangely
Come
calm.
and see my lovely child, Mr. Pioneer. I'd prayed countless times to the sufferer, and finally, my wish was granted. He has returned to me from the land of the dead.
Yeah. I haven't looked into, like, any, spoilers stuff of, newer updates, so, don't say anything too much, but I do, because I like reading through these, it's fun. Also, this is gonna be, like, something fucked up.
Madame Gloria?
But, Madame Gloria? That is a potato with a face drawn on.
This is just a wooden statue. Can't you tell?
The smoke is spreading, drifting into Matilda's line of sight.
Don't get any closer, Monsieur Pioneer. There's no way to wake them up. They are lost in their own imaginations.
Don't get any closer. They're going to kill us all.
Look, there's hallucinogenic incense burning on the altar. Hold your breath. We have to get out of here, quickly. We can't help them if the hallucinations get to us too. We'll come back for them when we can.
They are already too far gone. When I was first reading through the story, no, I kept reading sufferer as suffragette. Suffragette. That's a weird mix-up. I just read it like, oh yeah, they're suffering alright. We gotta worship suffering. That seems like a common religious practice, though, at least with a lot of modern religions. It's like, no, you have to have a fetish for suffering, and thus God will be okay with you. He put you on the earth to suffer, and you gotta do it enough to make him be like, alright, cool. That is like a weird fixation of a lot of different religious texts I've read through.
Jay, what are you doing? We need to go!
Jay, stop puffing the smoke! Matilda pulls Pioneer back into the main road. The believers notice the oddity and turn their heads. Can a mannequin get high on the smoke? Like, does he have lungs of any capacity?
Why are you intruding on his joy?
Mm.
Can you not see that he is enjoying the grace granted by the sufferer?
Well, my joy is to take joy away from others, so fuck you. In a distant, Jay remains frozen. This story does feel a bit Cthulhu-esque. Honestly, a lot of things that happen in Reverse 1999 feel a bit eldritch. Like, there's varying levels of eldritch horrors going on within this world. And that's one of the main things that gets me interested in the game. It's just like, even the timeline feels like weirdly unworldly in a lot of ways. The storm in general is like, that feels like a very eldritch event to have happen, where it's like this incomprehensible thing that just occurs to everyone. Her shouting proves futile, only drawing more attention to herself. Shit! Oh wait, but Matilda can say shit, but no one else can? Is that actually the French word for damn? Because it really just sounds like she's going, shit! Just... That is so funny. Wait, can we say swears but in a thick enough accent to where it's allowed? Will that get us past the censor? Yo, why'd it get funky in here all of a sudden?
Program activated.
This book?
This book?
Or this one?
Loading.
I do love Marcus's, the way she talks, it's so funny. He's so cute.
To transcribe.
Also, we have a fish in the luggage, as per usual. Oh yeah, this is a wrap. Easy money. Because it doesn't really matter, we're just gonna end them here anyway. This book?
Faraday's
Censor and reverse are so inconsistent. I mean...
Was I helpful, timekeeper?
Yes, you were, Marcus. Very good. Give her head pats. But, honest... Piss getting censored and bastard not makes sense in a way, because at least in traditional TV standards, like in terms of like old TV standards, bastard was fine and piss was like one of the words you couldn't say. I mean, you can say piss nowadays because TV censors have changed a lot, but maybe they're using like an old rule set. It's weird. Honestly, I don't know why they need to censor things at all. Like, clearly you're talking about blood and people getting killed and stabbed, so it's like, I feel like we can get away with saying fuck. It's not that big of a deal, guys, in comparison. But I guess you could say that about TV censors as well, because that's always been the case for, like, censorship as a whole. It's very inconsistent and dumb. If they actually looked up, like, what got censored on TV depending on the location and time period, that would actually be cool. That would make sense. Although, I'm not sure. Alright, maybe you know about this better than I do, but like, what the fuck is the timeline right now? Because apparently this is taking place in 1990, but also Matilda mentioned that Arcana was dead. So how did that happen? Because last I knew, the storm happened right as World War I happened. So we should be earlier in time, right? Not went back, like, forward to the 90s? How does that work? What's happening there? Did I miss something, or... I don't know. The bonfire blazes hotter and hotter. The sound of the fallen hitting the ground emerges into the thunderous footsteps of their advance.
Hey, Jay! What are you doing? We have to get out of here!
We have to get out of here. She tugs at his arm, but Jay remains frozen. In the distance, the chanting becomes clearer.
Paulina? Are you... Paulina?
You're too late.
Elysium. What is going on? Well, now we gotta go one more. I'm assuming there's a lot more storms in between updates than they mention, because I don't see how we go from 90s Australia in 1.5 to feudal China in 1.6. That is fair. It's just like, I didn't know the storm could go forward in time. I thought it only went backwards. That's what I'm confused about. Because, like, I thought it only went backwards. So, like, how did we go from World War I back forward to 1990? It's weird that we went... I kind of just thought that the events were taking place, like, as prequel things, or as, like, side stuff. But Matilda mentioning Arcana's death made me be like, wait, what? Hold on, I thought this was taking place before all that happened, what? And now I'm just very confused on what the hell the timeline looks like here. Don't look, don't say it, don't think it, don't look at it. Oh, we're back in the alley.
According to the Foundation's assessment, this is a priority level A operation, which means it'll be as dangerous as the Walden operation. I hope you're fully aware of the risk.
I hope you're fully aware of the risk. Countless nameless soldiers.
Men or supplies, Captain. We don't stand a chance. They've refused to send us any support since the last mission. We can't do this without...
Enough, soldiers. An order is an order.
Oh, whoa, whoa. The audio got a bit funky there. No, but Chapter 2 of Schneider was in the 1920s? Was Verdun Foundation was in the 90s? No, but the Schneider, that was centered around the Great Depression. That was in the 30s. Like, the whole thing was centered around the Great Depression happening a bit earlier than normal. And then it went backwards to before World War I. Right? Because I remember that was centered around Great Depression. And then the storm hadn't happened again until chapter 7, right? Like, they went to Math Cult Island. They were stuck there for a while. They went to Vienna with Marcus and Kakanya. Picked up Kakanya, who's best girl. Love her. She's traumatized for life now. And now we're here.
The goal is not to fight a war. The Menace leaders are scattered all over the place. Our mission is to find them and finish them.
Yeah. I'm good at remembering, like, I'm not great at remembering fictional events and when they happen, but actual historical events, those I can remember. One of the main reasons I got so intrigued in this game to begin with was the concept of, like, the villain making historical events happen sooner than they're supposed to, and thus, like, forcing the storm to happen sooner. Like, that is a sick concept. That is such a cool idea.
The assassination of the Menace leaders is our top priority. The backup from the Foundation will not arrive until we've completed this mission.
In other words, if we fail, we're on our own, right?
In other words, we're a bunch of nameless soldiers who are gonna get thrown to the wolves. The hesitation lasts barely a moment, but everyone tactily understands.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that, nameless citizen.
Arrived at Investigator Boanish's coordinates. We're walking from here on out.
Hey, get out of the way. Quit standing in the middle of the road.
Motorcycle zooms past them.
Focus on the operation, Todd. Let's go.
You get a name now. It's Todd.
Just close your eyes, and it all becomes real.
Were those not the guys who got chucked off Math Island for being human? They might have been. Or they could have just been completely different guys, but with reused models. It's hard to tell.
Close your eyes. Stop thinking. Then you will be in paradise. Illusion is also part of reality, is it not?
It's not. The old woman rocks her child in the swaddling blanket, softly kissing the wooden stick. This has her shitty face painted on it. Oh, what's up, Pauline? She resembles a wounded fawn, gasping for breath. She is once again that child huddling under the covers, waiting, hoping he would come back.
Why didn't you come for me? You should have come sooner.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Don't let the illusion confuse you, Jay. You must break away.
She has been dead for like, I don't know, 10 to 20 years maybe? It's hard to tell. With time going forward and backwards all the time, it's hard to remember. When did she die? Matilda's voice is cut off from the outside. Yet he knows better than anyone that he is on the brink of losing himself.
I know you're only an illusion. A thought in my mind that I just can't shake. But even so, I want to stay. There's something I've always wanted to know.
So please tell me, fake Paulina.
Tell me, Paulina, do you want to go back to Hate Street?
Jay is 18? What the hell? He only dead less than a year? Really? I figured, like, because we're in the 1990, meaning that she joined the Foundation in 1990, went forward 10 years until 2000, like 1999, last day of it, and then that's when the storm started occurring. And now that we know the storm can go forwards and backwards and forwards, that really just determines, like, okay, that's been like 7 years of that happening back and forth. So I'd assume she'd be like, she could have been dead for anywhere from like 7 years ago, I'd say. Like any time between the last 7 years, she'd have died from the storm, yeah? That's what I would assume, at least. Her dying like a year ago is very unfortunate, if that's the case. The girl nods faintly. He steps forward and reaches out his hand.
We'll stay in the restaurant like we used to, but there'll be no drunks looking for trouble this time. We can hop on my bike and go for a ride around San Francisco. Scare the heck out of any boys who try to hit on you. If the St. Pavlov Foundation invites you to join them again, I'll tell them to buzz off.
Foundation workers are way too convoluted and like it implied that she got married in the future. So she had to have. So that's the funny thing where like if Jay was actually able to meet his sister in this timeline, he would meet someone who's like 10 years older than him at least. Probably. She extends her hand to him.
Of course.
Zing. Got you with the zinger. The incense burner on the ground is split in two, and the illusion dissipates. He sheaves the Bowie knight, shaking his head. Stupid illusion. Wrong answer.
You're not Paulina. Not even close. You didn't call me a jerk. You didn't have that sarcasm of hers when people look down on her.
You already said she was an illusion, mate. You don't have to do a gotcha on it.
Of course I miss my sister. More than anything. She was proud of me. And when she packed her bags and left Hate Street, she was proud of herself.
When I first watched the trailer, I thought Paulina would be with Manus because they've just made me associate dark blue to evil. No, you gotta see purple as evil. That's the real that's the real bad boy color.
Good job, big guy. Team Matilda is proud of you.
Team Matilda is proud of you.
What do you mean, Team Matilda? We should obviously be Team J.
No, you should be Team French Fry. Meet in the middle here, come on.
Oh, please. Neither one of you has good taste.
I'll tell you one thing. You got good noses, but it'll only bring you misfortune in this game.
Oh, we're back to this game shit again. He steps out from the shadows, holding a gun in his hand. Other tall figures follow closely behind, gathering around them.
Good evening, uninvited guests. The Honorable Apostle and Miss Mercuria have been expecting you. It's best not to keep them waiting, don't you think?
He presses the gun against Jay's chest, while another lackey rushes in from behind to press a gun against his forehead.
A punch for a punch, Vern. Remember me?
Oh no. A fist swings solidly into Jay's stomach, stirring him as it hits. Mercuria mention, yippee. Even though she's like doing some weird shit in the background. Is she evil? Who's to say? Alter New Age Market.
Dear believers, we were once ignorant lambs led by false shepherds. We yearned for the so-called truth to satisfy our meaningless desires.
But now we know desires are nothing.
Deceived us. Those who we believed in betrayed us. That is why we gather here today, to embrace the grace of the sufferer and live a new life.
Everyone was kind of mean to us, so now we come here to bask in them dying, as we genocide them all. We're the good guys here, I assure you. It's not a
Before
cult.
the ceremony begins, I, Apostle Matthias, sincerely express my penitence for my past beliefs. I came from an isle ruled by a school. The people there believed everything could be interpreted through numbers. Like a coward, I followed this method of thinking and held the same false beliefs within my heart.
Yo, we found a math cult island guy? I didn't know we were getting this guy in here. Oh, it's so weird that the storm can go forward and die. He should be proud if his number was 69 before. Honestly, that should be an honor. He should only be upset if his number was like, I don't know, 87 or some shit. Like, something no one cares about. Like, oh, you're 1,300,682. Like, so that way every time someone addresses you, they're just like, oh god, it's fucking that guy again. What was your name again? And it's like fucking 7 digits long.
We lived in a cave, thinking that we were well hidden from the outside world. We thought no one could reach us.
But then this exact cult reached us and got bombers to attack us. And we were like, oh shit, I'm sure they weren't the ones at fault here. He paces around the bonfire as all of the worshippers kneel to the ground.
But then the outsiders arrived. They massacred us, yet our beliefs availed us nothing.
Our beliefs didn't magically make them poof away. What the fuck?
Bombs were detonated, and my friends were blown to pieces. The entire isle was shrouded in the darkness of death.
Shrouded in the darkness of death. Holding a sharp sword, he makes a fierce black cut across his palm. Next, he grabs Jay by the hair, drawing a line with his blood and smearing fingers along his neck.
But that will never happen again. We have found the eternal paradise. The Sufferer has granted their glory to us all. As their children, our strength shall be gathered, and we will no longer face injustice. Many, many fellow believers have joined us. We are whole. We are one step closer to reviving the Sufferer.
The one who does the suffering. Beside him, a bound girl stares wide-eyed.
These are all. Oh la la. Masks in one place.
No, why did they have her say oh la la instead of oh dear? That's so much funnier. Oh la la. Why? That's so dumb. If you just had her say oh dear, it would have kept like some of the emotional impact. But oh la la is so fucking stupid sounding. It's so good. She's incredible. The apostle picks up a mask from the ground, shrouded by countless others. Ooh la la! Seeing literal, like, magic terrorists about to, like, sacrifice you to their god. Ooh la la! Hold on, I need to hear that again. Matilda?
These are all. Oh la la.
Excellent. Awesome. 10 out of 10 line rating.
Sisters, don your masks. Join in the grace granted by the Sufferer. And repeat after me.
Repeat after me. Ooh, ooh, ah. Ting, tang. Oh, walla, walla, bing, bang.
We rejoice.
No! Don't put them on! They will destroy you!
They will literally kill you.
The illusions, they're blinding
The reports acquired at the cost of countless sacrifices scroll through her head, and it helps its bearers endure the storm at the cost of losing their sanity. Faces of colleagues tortured and cursed in the mass incantation experiments flash before her eyes. A cruel but necessary sacrifice for the benefit of mankind and its survival.
Don't do it!
Her cries pierce the silence, but do not reach their ears. I hope they play Hot to Go. This is a human sacrifice ritual. Oh, these masks are cool. They remain expressionless. A pebble falls. With it, a torrent pours down.
We praise. We rejoice.
We praise. We rejoice.
We punish. We cleanse. We awaken. We are one.
I don't know, y'all look like more than one person. Gotta be real.
We awaken.
We are one.
Daw, Mercuria. You silly goose. If evil, why cute? Why cutie? I know, right? Damn, another girl fall into the cult. We barely got Isolde out of it. And she's still, like, fucked in the head. To an exclusive abode to enjoy their grace. Ah, they're so... Okay, I'll do one more sub-chapter just because I'm really intrigued in what's happening next. Or I'll just do the entire thing and, I don't know, be up until like 4 or 5 a.m. by accident? Who knows? The Razor Squad, always sharp as a scalpel, comes to an immediate halt. This doesn't match their mission intelligence.
We've lost contact with Investigator Boanish. Please reconfirm the coordinates.
Add $1 for every mentally unwell, morally questionable woman Blue Source has made. It's a lot. There's a lot of toxic Yuri in these games. At least 2 different storylines about that feel like that. Mostly the Assault and Kikanya one. Like, damn was Kikanya gay. And I loved her for it. And there's nothing worse than pouring your heart out to your gay crush and then having her come out as a Nazi the next day. Like, man, that sucks. Confirming Investigator Bonish's final coordinates. Coordinates confirmed. Please proceed with the operation.
But Captain, they're just normal arcanists and humans.
Tourists, vendors, everything in front of them is unchanged. The crowd's bustling noisily.
Investigator Boanish said that she left a door at the coordinates that will take us to the ceremony site.
But I don't see any door. All I see is this weird, like, window-looking thing with hands all over it. Like, what could happen? Yeah, to your crush. Her coming out as a Nazi, and her also trying to convince you to be a Nazi. It's the worst. I wish I was streaming when I played that chapter, because holy shit was that funny. Like, with Kikanya being like, what about all the other people? What the fuck? Like, I don't want everyone else to die. And then Isolde is just like, what about the other people? Why do you care? And Kikanya is just like, oh no. Uh-oh.
But
the soil beneath their feet is trampled and bare.
according to the plan, she was supposed to meet us here.
The captain crouches down to examine the soil. There are some fresh markings lightly obscured by footprints. Matilda, Pioneer, and Jay are tightly bound and kneeling to the ground. The massed crowd has fallen into a dead silence.
I will leave these uninvited guests to you, Legers.
What a hypocrite. Look who's the domesticated dog now, huh? You enjoy licking the boots of your owner?
You got me, kiddo.
You got me, kiddo. I'm a fan of bootlicking, what can I say? It's a good boot, it tastes nice. Jay feels a sharp, gut-wrenching pain as Ledger delivers him a heavy blow. I don't know what you were expecting.
Eyeing the same prey. Remember?
Bang. Bang, dead. A gunshot rings out and blood seeps out from Jay's chest. His eyes grow wide and unfocused as he collapses. The apostle raises his hand, signaling to Ledgers to lower his gun.
Do not sully the sacred altar. Save your fighting. You may deal with these blasphemers after the ceremony.
Oh, don't get blood on the altar. Oh, come on. You know we need that to be clean. Look at all the purple gunk we have all over it. That's what, like, come on. Look. Ah, oh, damn it, I can't look at the purple gunk.
We are about to close the door to Elysium forever, and this place will become the exclusive abode of the children of the Sufferer. Now, let us enjoy their grace.
He raises the golden key up toward the altar. Just cleaned it. Dude, Ledgers. Ah. Oh, come on, man. God. Oh, grabby hands.
We plead.
The fifth.
Let not our joy dissipate. Let our pain and sorrow fade. Let our souls...
Clink. A sharp pain shoots through his palm. The key falls from his hand and plunges into the dense crowd below.
What? The party? What happened?
Huh? Hell yeah.
Thanks for making me one of the dead for a while, Cheers. Sorry, Matilda. I lied to you. I said you have to be brave and decisive. But the truth is, being prepared is even more important.
Damn it! The key was your target from the very beginning.
Get lost, dickwads!
You've been declawed, Grandpa. Now it's our turn. These street rats are gonna tear you apart.
Now we're gonna beat you to death. Good job, Cat Eye. Steal his wallet again. Ryzen waves the key from the back of Beckett's arriving motorcycle. He has gathered together Jay's friends and allies just in time.
Thanks, boss. Took hours to get the plan through Beckett's thick skull, but we nailed it.
Took him a while to get us all through the fucking weird, like, the weird cult door to another dimension.
Put the key away. Mr. Tang once told me an old Eastern proverb. Wong Zhong Zhuo Bea.
No, he actually said it. In the... I was expecting him to say it in English, okay. Like, don't put the key away, fucking destroy it or something. Just really fuck with him. Someone should eat it. Eat the key. Then they'll be real fucking mad. How big is the mirror door? Apparently it's huge. Matilda drew a huge ass door in the dirt before they went in. Like, just to make sure, let me draw a giant fucking door on the ground. Dozens of motorcycles speed toward them, waving through the mist. Weaving through the mist? Their headlights beam through the darkened marketplace like a row of spotlights.
Impossible! How did they get here?
I don't know, the same way the three intruders got here, maybe? He turns his hand to his most devout believer.
You! How long have you been working with these blasphemers? Huh! Say goodbye to your precious légers.
Légers. Their leader stands in the distance, shaking his head as he ejects a blank cartridge from his gun.
You're a little behind on the news, aren't you? I am the only Lejeurs now, Apostle.
We let that guy die a few segments ago. It was a mercy death. We should have probably let him die a while ago. Like, as I said before, if I was in that state, kill me. Like, if there are spores coming out of my body, fucking murder me on sight. I don't want to deal with that shit. This fair is intense.
Why did you plan all this? No one told me a thing!
Why am I never involved? Damn it!
Calm down, Miss Boanish. Time was against us, and we thought that your authentic reaction would be more convincing.
We could tell by the look of you that you're a shit actress.
Gio reached an agreement with Jay before we left.
That punch felt pretty personal, though. You almost beat the crap out of me, Gio.
Well, it was fucking personal.
Couldn't help myself.
We have fun here. I come here, beat the shit out of you for a little fun times. Yeah, you know, I got a little carried away. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna kill your child. Sorry, Matilda. We needed you to have the twist. But also, we just like fucking with Matilda. I feel like we've established many times this chapter that Jay just loves fucking with Matilda for the fun of it. And you know what? That's fair. She is fun to fuck with. She has very good reactions to it. The rider next to Jay removes his helmet.
Jay? You want me to beat him up?
No, Hollick. He's an ally now. We gotta look out for our friends, right?
Beckett spits on the ground, seemingly only half convinced.
Yeah, we're friends, huh? Still, if these sons of don't pay up to fix the garage, I'll beat the shit out of them.
Mate, we're in the middle of a death cult. Now is not the time to be arguing about this. Oh, we also have to censor bitches, huh? I want to build Matilda, but then I forget. I have to wait like another 2 or 3 years for P5 Matilda. Yo. That's fair. Honestly, I've just stuck to building the 6-star characters at this point. Outside of the few 5 stars I had built up before I got any 6 stars. Their unexpectedly cordial exchange is yet another disturbance in his plans, yet the Apostle seems unfazed as he raises hands with menace.
So be it. I have already prepared a surprise for you blasphemers. Légers, I have exhausted my pity for you. It appears your loyalty is even more worthless than I expected. Very well. The door to Elysium shall be shut tight. There will be no cracks for you rats to crawl through.
I mean, just shoot him.
Chosen believers, prove your loyalty.
His most devout believers cast off their black robes.
This wasn't part of the plan, Jay.
How is this not part of the plan? You gotta kill these idiots all the time. Horopedia, Diggers, and Tenet got building treatment because they're the favorites. That's fair. I feel like I have already built up all of my favorite 5 stars that I'm ever going to use. Oh, I don't remember their names though, because I'm so awful with names. But it's Magician Girl, Russian Spy Girl, and I think Tennant as well. The gay girl. You know, one of the many gay girls. The blade edge gleams in his eyes. I could just check, like... Charlie and Bulkabloom? Yes, Bulkabloom. Yeah, Tenet and Charlie. Yes, yes. Oh, I haven't actually built Charlie fully. I was stopped before I made it that far. Yeah. I can never remember Born Bloom? Like, I can't pronounce her name. I have no fucking clue. But I do love her. She's very funny. I like her a lot. Lily, of course, a big favorite. Kakanya is my #1 favorite at the moment. I love her. I pulled on her even though I did not need another green 6-star, really. Like, I already had Villa. Bicorn Blue? Bicorn Blue. Ah, yeah. I pulled on her just because I love her character. She's so good. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's using everyone here, so... Yeah, I'll just stick with this team. Well, I could have switched to the drunk girl, but whatever. It's really not that big of a deal. I am horrendously over-leveled for this.
I can't read it.
I skipped Vila and needed another support. That's fair. But you should have pulled for her because she is awesome. And canonically fucked a bunch of men's wives. I still can't believe they put that line in. It's like, God, that's so fucking cool. She's so based.
Aim and shoot.
So many scandals with other men's wives. Like, fuck yeah. Good on you.
And now to return to my long-term mission. Rest.
Good job, Lucy. She's also barely appeared. Yeah, she really barely showed up throughout that whole chapter, which is why I enjoyed her, like, her, focus story thing. I read through that, very much. And normally I don't read through those, very diligently. I'm, like, very skimmy with those, because there's no voice acting, but... I read Kakanya's all throughout. But she just got fucked over that entire chapter. Like, that entire chapter, she just got traumatized and left in the dust. Like, it fucking sucks. But many more remain standing.
It was about time this knife tasted blood.
Yet like a forest of dead trees, these devout oh my god, my dyslexia. These devout believers remain a foreboding threat. I know most never read them, but I read Mercuria's. Yeah, I read them for characters I care about. And I'm very glad I read Kakanya's, because again, it had her dad say, "You dropped out of college, you got in a bunch of scandals with married men's wives, and you started an illegal organization." I was like, oh god, base. She's so fucking cool. There is no question. If they were all to rush forward, their remaining numbers would still overwhelm them.
I have guided the lost for the sake of the sufferer. They have witnessed my loyalty and devotion.
The apostle feigns composure, but you see his ass is sweating, but his steps are wavering and fearful.
This body, this life, is nothing compared to their great cause.
Oh yeah, you should have read Isolde's, because that was one of the ones I did read, and it was real fucking weird. It was through the perspective of a bunch of different ghosts that you were talking to. Like, it was a strange one, but very interesting. And it really shows how she got in such a fucked up mental state because of all of these ghosts constantly talking to her and through her. Oh yeah, it was mostly from the perspective of like her older sister that died super early in life, that she like never even got to know outside of being a ghost that constantly fucked with her.
But we must make the blasphemers pay with their blood.
Oh my god, now I'm even remembering it more. And based on like the tiny snippets I've seen was every house has some tiny room. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff like that, like talking about doors and tiny rooms. And now I remember the most fucked up thing about that storyline was learning about Isolde's past and her mom having like these memory problems and destructive behaviors where they got her some rabbits, but then she would inevitably like kill the rabbits in some way, and the caretakers would constantly be replacing these rabbits and saying they're the same ones. And like her mom would just never notice. And like when it reveals that, it's like, holy shit, how many fucking rabbits have they killed? What the fuck is happening? And it's like a revolving door of murdering pets. It's like, what the fuck is going on? It was by far the most weird and fucked up one of those I've read.
Children of the Sufferer, awaken your bodies and rip their heads from their necks.
Awaken your bodies and fucking murder them! I don't want to see him anymore! A figure emerges from behind him, moving with deliberate steps. Soon, one after another, more figures emerge from the shadowy crowd, all heading towards Jay.
You will die a miserable death. You will get no burial. No. Your bones will be made to forever kneel to the Supreme One.
Because I am petty, and you can't stop me from being petty. However, the masked figures never make their attack. They walk toward the forest.
My dear believers, where are you going?
No, my believers, they yearn for the mines! Shit!
Is that our priestess?
You thought we were finished, Grandpa?
Oh, did I forget to mention? The masks you gave me were old and dusty. I couldn't give them to my kids, so I got a new set of masks made. Ones that you have no control over. You're welcome.
You're very welcome. Is you cool cat thing. In the distance, the priestess... Oh, god damn it. Removes the black robes and gives them a purposeful nod.
Who is calling?
The voice beckons the figures into the mist.
Not even the most bewitching voice can drown out the songs of the birds. Those
We do
who
love the
dance,
birds.
Those who are blinded, breathe in the fragrance of the medic.
No way it's called me dick. Her voice is very nice. Even though it does, at first, it didn't really match her model for me. It sounded a little too, like, babyish in my opinion, but it's grown on me. Yeah, there's no way that word is me dick. That sounds like the setup of a D's Nuts joke. Breathe in the fragrance of me dick. 16. She does not look 16. But then again, anime shenanigans. I can never tell anime characters' age. You dick? No, me dick. Breathe in the fragrance of me dick. Like, this whole sentence just feels like a D's Nuts joke right here. There's no way they didn't notice that. Yeah. for me, anime characters, you could tell me they're anywhere from the age of like 10 to 50, and I'd be like, oh, okay, sure, whatever. Just like, there's no telling. It's a fucking toss up.
And come with me.
They find themselves within the drifting, elusive fog. Well, to be continued. Come with me, lost lambs. Ah, parting gift. Hint of a whisper in the corner of the handbag. Pretty firmly in the 26 or younger curse. Do they have canon ages? I have not seen canon ages yet. I just kind of assumed everyone was in like the main characters are in like the 16 to 18 range, and then Lilia is like 26 or older, I feel. Kakanya has to be like 27 at least, I feel. Like, she's gotta be. Okay. One more chapter. Or maybe two. Who knows? Parting gift. Give them with the parting shot. Lower their attack and special attack by 1 stage and then switch out. The apostle's limbs fall. Having lost all strength, he hunches over, crumpling as if to hide from the chaos. The lights draw closer, leaving only a single touch above his head. It casts a long shadow. To crew, you can click onto it, the profile has it, but like, it's phrased as if describing the painting. Oh, weird.
Everything is ruined. I never should have trusted any of you.
Including this one is like 6 more episodes. Probably should have ended it here so that I could do like 6 more episodes in the next stream. Yeah, this is 3 hours. Okay. You know what? I'll just remember that I need to do this one. I'll just do the... There we go. I'll just say we haven't done that one yet. Hi girl, you cute. I'm gonna check that crew thing. I'm curious now. Where is it? Mentions... Yeah, I don't see anything here. Item? Survey? Yeah, I don't know. Lenses... Going to the crew. Oh wait, is it this thing or no? This? No. I have no idea what I'm doing. Let me just pick this up real quick. Alright, that gets rid of that notification. So yeah. I think that will conclude my
Please, have a seat. You'll always feel at ease in my room, no matter the time.
No, that's just the picture. Am I stupid? I might be stupid. This is voice items 30. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Thank y'all for watching, and probably tomorrow or the day after I will conclude the story for this event under their name and cover. Under their name.
Welcome. There's no need to knock. I saw you, Suzumiya, at the door.
name and cover. There's nothing under their name other than this. Yeah, but that doesn't say their age. Oh, showcased for 19 years. There's no shot she's 19. Like, she has to be like at least 27. I'm doing my own headcanoning here. This is like, oh yeah, isn't Spaphodia like something ridiculous, like 14? Yeah, no way. And then Eternity is like 8,000 or some shit, right? We did 1990s for over a century. Like their birthday and origin and stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess they did foreshadow her being in here. Because, it was in America in the 1990s. Clever, clever, clever. Lilina's gotta be like 26.
Don't be in and out.
You're bugging me. Exhibited the second half of the 20th century for an unknown period of time. This Republican has seldom been sent abroad for tours. They couldn't say Lilia's age? Yeah, it's very obscurely worded and phrased. Ah, and thank you for the follow. Thank you. Yeah, in like, in the past, like the chapter 3, chapter 4 segment, she was like, she was graduated, so I'd assume she was, say 17, but I thought she was at least 18 with being graduated and all. Yeah, that means, like, they couldn't say her age because it was, like, over 24, and they were like, oh my god, we can't say that. We can't have a woman that's, like, older than the age of a child. How will we ever sell copies then? Like, guys, come on. It's okay, you can have some older women here. Like, 26 isn't even old. You're gonna make me feel fucking ancient out here. And keep talking like that. You know when you reach the ripe old age of like 25 and all of a sudden you're like, oh well, alright grandma. Had to do with underage drinking. Well, I mean, she's Russian. Like, I figured she's gonna be underage drinking. Has an even normal age. He's like 38. I mean, he looks about 38. Like, this guy, he looks about 38. That doesn't feel like too much of a stretch there. Yeah. It is wild. I feel like some of these characters really should be in their, like, late 20s, early 30s, because they're like, they have jobs. And they have full-time jobs and everything. This person's just a stack of 3 TVs. I will say, this is one of the things I love about this game, is that, like, you have a bunch of pretty normal-looking humans, and then you just have, like, a scarecrow guy, stack of 3 TVs, donkey, a riding horse, like, toy, an alien. Horrorpedia is 21. That makes sense. Unfortunately, a lot of places like to be weird about women's ages and be like, no, they're young, trust me. They're not old. No, everyone is a baby. Every girl is like barely an adult at most. And it's like, that's lame. Stop doing that. We're sick of this shit. At least I am. As I get older, It is definitely like a me thing of like, I'm getting older. I don't want to have to constantly be like, oh yeah, look at all the children I gotta lug around. And can't follow any actual adults. Everyone's gotta be like super young. Like, come on, guys. Like, Windsong's gotta be
finally
old.
here. I could use a sponsor
Like 22, that's fine. Is Kala or Villa? How old is Villa?
Oh, Miss Burton.
26, hey! An actual, like, reasonable age for her to be. That, like, this is the one character I feel like if I were to have guessed their age, I would have gotten it right. Because, like, I look at Villa and I'm like, she's like 26, 27. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Kinda weird that Windsong is only 22. Like, her story revolves around her of already gone through all of college and being, like, a full-time researcher, hasn't it? I feel like she should be at least a few years older than out of college this year. I don't know. Maybe she got out of college early, because no one respects her, her work. They were like, nah, you can graduate in 1 year.
Just a time
Ooh, 27, nice. I respect. Thank you, Kala, for bringing back my sanity. Also, she's like sandwiched between like two 14-year-olds. Marcus is 17, but Spaphadia is 14? Marcus, I thought, was like a 14, 13-year-old at most. She's so baby, though. Ley lines is a single-year course. They don't respect ley lines enough to have them go for more than a year. So they're just like, alright, look, we'll have it in here, but just get in and out. We don't care that much, come on. What's the Junashi? Era unknown. Time of exhibition unknown. All we know is that she doesn't know how to read or write. And that she loves horses. Like, she fucking really loves horses. Najing's event is the one I wish I was streaming for the most. Because this event was fucking crazy. Like, near the end point where she's confessing to like turning everyone into horses for the sake of helping them, it was so goddamn funny. I was dying at that point. It was so good. Like, no, but she lives far away, and thus the only way to get her to her home quicker is to have her turned into a horse so she can run faster. They hate Jiu Nanjing? Really? That's kind of surprising. Because CN is China, ain't it? Wouldn't they like... I guess they didn't like the... I don't know. I guess Steeps of Central Asia. What part of Asia is she from? Because I know some parts of Asia just really fucking hate each other and are at each other's throats a lot of the time. Didn't like her being mean to Gyeten. Weird. I mean, she wasn't really that mean. She's just kind of stupid. Like, she's literally illiterate. So, like, I don't hold much against her, I feel. She's just the horse girl. She's just the funny horse girl who really loves horses a bit too much. Oh my god. That reminds me of, like, I used to have her as, like, the person out front on the home screen for a while when she just came out. And she brought up Jessica. And I was like, oh, that's weird. Like, normally characters don't bring up characters from, like, other events that they're not a part of. I wonder why she brought up Jessica. And then I remembered who the fuck Jessica was and was like, oh yeah, it's the fucking horse. It's the fucking centaur girl.
Collected every hair of yours.
Of course that's the one she brings up. God damn it. No, I haven't gotten the... Chewie, Jessica, and Turley Clatter would get along. They do. They love horses. They are horses, some of them. I haven't gotten to pull much on Mercuria yet, because I spent a lot on, well, because I don't actually spend real money on this game, I'm free to play. So I spent most of the teardrop thingies trying to get Kakanya. I do have a few of these. I think I can get enough for a 10 pull. And that's how we'll end off the stream, seeing if I can get Mercuria or not. I think that's 5 and not 6. Damn. Nothing. SMH my head. I think I have like Click almost fully built though. No, I have him fully built. No, did not require any of that shit. Ah well. I was saving for Jill. Did a single 10 pull and got her P1, so that's fair. That is very fair. I'm probably not going to pull on Joe at all, because I have Spaphadia, and I don't need any other red characters, I don't think. Because, like... yeah, I don't know, I just haven't found much use for red characters outside of Spaphadia. Especially since Lucy can kind of just hard carry against most things that I don't have Aphelios for. For some reason I got a lot of brown. I got a lot of ground types. Oh yeah, because I keep forgetting what the actual type chart is. Like what their types are called. So I just call them fire, grass, water, ground. And then of course light and dark are like hate fucking each other in the corner as always. As is most type circles. He's like a sub DPS for her, so that's why I'm getting him. 'Cause most bird characters are just buffs to Spaff. That's funny. That is funny. That's fair. I don't know. I just like my girlies. I'm not as big on guys. I like my cuties. That's why I have like only girls built. But then again, like 90% of this game is girls and other. Oh, we got Door. Let me tell you, if Door was a 6-star, I would have built that shit frame 1. That is funny as hell. To just have a shard of glass. Yeah. Thank you all for coming. I will see y'all tomorrow or so whenever I get to stream again. This has been a lot of fun. I'm enjoying this story a lot so far. I wish the Fool was a 5 or 6. Silly non-binary jester. Hell yeah. I do enjoy jesters, just as a whole. I'm a fan of the sillies. I enjoyed when Charlie's Antidote, I think it's called. Yeah, Antidote. I read through Charlie's and it's like, oh, them and Fool, they got good chemistry going on. It's fun. I think of these, I've only read Charlie's and Eric's, and then the rest I just kind of skimmed through. Oh wait, no, I also read Eagle's, because I was like, I like Eagle enough. No, I definitely read through Xeno's as well. That was a good one. That was really good.
So then, after World War I, came World War II? Will there be a World War III? Was a storm bringing chaos to everyone and everywhere? I think peace will not last long. I must borrow a few more books from Marcus and learn more.
About the World War III question, the answer is yes and no. It's no with an asterisk. It's like, we're technically not at war, but the world is kind of always in a perpetual state of war. Don't worry about it too much. Let's just say after World War II, things seem like they're gonna get better, and then they don't. And they kind of just fall off a cliff for a while. Don't worry about it. See y'all next time. I should actually stop the stream. It's 3 a.m. for me.
Hey.
I'll keep myself awake all night if I keep at it.
Utterly motionless.
Bye bye.